The views, thoughts, and opinions expressed are the guest's own and do not represent the views, thoughts, and opinions of the Views from the Seven podcast. The material and information presented here is for entertainment purposes only. The Views from the Seven name and all forms and abbreviations are the property of its owner, and its use does not imply endorsement of or opposition to any specific person, organization, product, or service.
Peace, y'all. This is Views from the Seven podcast. We didn't have to start this shit over about 4-5 times, man. We are all in here kind of hungover except Bundy.
Except for me.
Yeah. That's it. Oh, peace, y'all. This is the Views from the Seven podcast. This shit got Spencer joining my homeboys, SO.
Yes, sir.
44 tomorrow.
44.
So happy birthday when this come out.
Thank you.
Wifey.
Ow.
Big Bundy.
What's good?
Very, very special guest. She is back. Dropping specials on us.
Ooh.
Dropping specials on us. Miss Shanna Christmas.
Shanna.
You keep saying Shanna. It's Shanna.
I don't know what. Is it Shanna?
It's Shanna,
My whole
man.
life.
Oh, that's real.
It's okay. Leave it in. This is
That's
fine.
real.
This is fun. It's fun.
So it got like a apostrophe in it. No.
Ask my mom. I didn't name myself.
Remember
I wasn't part of the process.
Remember I had went viral one time
boy.
on Twitter, and the nigga told me, "Yeah, you ain't even a real nigga. Who gives a if your mom and dad was real niggas, they would have gave you put an A in your name." I'm like,
Oh, wow. The disrespect. See?
Hey,
See how they
okay,
do you?
Shauna Christmas, ladies and
Hello.
gentlemen. It's brunch time too, so she might get into some shit. That's what
Brunch
I'm
time?
talking about.
What's that?
That's where you came from.
Oh, brunch. I just said brush.
It
I was
is
like, what are
brunch
we-
time though. It's 2:00.
Yeah, I went to a brunch. It was fine.
Yeah,
How
where
many
you went
mimosas
was
you had?
fine. Yeah, it was cool.
Yeah, I don't really. Whatever.
How many mimosas?
I only had one Bellini,
Who?
A Bellini.
Mm.
It's peach and
a prosecco.
Prosecco.
Oh, you're not the champagne?
I do, but I didn't want to do bottomless. I had to come here, so I was being responsible.
Yeah, because you be here booting like a motherfucker. Boy.
Yeah.
That champagne on the stomach.
Oh yeah? Does it make you poop?
Women.
Oh no, I've never.
Them mimosas, nigga. That mimosa.
Is it the bubbles?
From
the champagne?
I don't know. I'm not really a champagne guy like that.
Champagne is like a grown lady ginger ale or something, where you're like, it just makes you poop.
It does make you belch.
Makes you poop.
Like it makes
It's like
you burp.
zero sugar alcohol.
Oh.
Just a lot of whatever in it be making them poop though.
Okay. Hell yeah. Hell yeah, ladies, poot.
So what you have? What you have?
I had a Bellini.
That's it?
Oh, and they had a French toast sandwich.
Mm.
So the bread was French toast. It was eggs, bacon, cheese.
That
I didn't
sounds
even see
pretty
that
good.
on
It was very delicious. I was quite surprised.
Where you went, they had them like catfish nuggets, and I was like, "Oh, these motherfuckers is nice."
Yeah,
Yeah.
I didn't do
That was
catfish
really it.
nuggets, but
Oh, you
maybe
did.
next time I'll go back and do
With
it.
the Fenty Feathers?
Mm-hmm. How you see how he already knew? He wasn't even here for that part.
We went last week. It was cool in there. It was solid.
There was
in
a
there.
wedding party downstairs.
No,
They
I
were
see Holy
playing.
Moly Donut Shop closed.
Oh, was that was there?
Yeah.
They put on the window. They put on the window closed for construction. I said, "Yeah, that mean you got an F in Spanish, nigga."
Who?
Got that F grade.
F grade.
Smoked the pork chops.
Yeah,
It took me so long to get it in here. I went and looked. I'm like, this is the second week in a row they ain't even know. I'm like, why?
Yeah, they got it. They put on for construction. What construction?
I looked at it. I'm like, nigga, it ain't a motherfucking construction cone
I have
nowhere in
no idea
sight.
what's
Why?
going on.
What construction is y'all talking about?
Niggas walked in to see a rat on the gizzard.
See? Mm-mm.
I have no idea what's happening.
When you walk outside, it'll all come to.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Shout out to the Holy Moly Donut Shop, man. I hope they open back up. So give us the rundown on the special. I myself have not watched it yet.
Wow.
I know. You know, I want to give you the number.
It's gonna show up.
Mm-hmm.
Once it goes live, it's all added up to.
No, like because it's dropping on like Prime, and
It's okay.
I wanted to give you like for real. You know what I'm saying?
You need to watch it so you can be good at
I'm watching when
asking
it
questions
drops.
when the artist is here.
I watched it.
You was there.
Yeah, you're right. I was there.
You was in this. Did you hear yourself in the special? Where you say, "Oh shit," you didn't hear yourself.
I did hear that. That was me.
Tell us
Drunk me
about it.
crazy.
Give us the rundown.
It's a comedy special. There's dick jokes, there's dead dad jokes, there's I hate kids jokes, and there's sexual assault jokes.
Oh.
All of the above were in there, yeah.
So ooh,
See, if you would have watched it.
spicy time to be talking about sexual assault.
Yeah, and still no one believes us.
Oh, jeez.
Damn.
Not learning lessons. Still.
I mean,
The Facebook, the Twitters, you guys are all bad.
yeah, it's weird. I mean, it's stories everywhere, man. It's a weird time. I haven't been able to get like
She's triggered.
cum off the nipples out of my mind.
Jesus.
Whose nipples?
The rubbing of another man's cum on another man's nipple.
Who's doing that?
Oh, you really don't be on Black Twitter at all.
If it's about that, it's just too
Okay,
much. I
gotcha.
don't need to look at
Yeah.
it and see people like talk crazy about
I feel you.
victims and blame them for stuff, and like it's too much like familiar with my own situation. So I try not to
Yeah.
look at ignorance.
Yeah.
I don't need to see it. I know what they're saying, but I don't know the details of that. Somebody was rubbing.
He liked other men's cum on his nipples.
Did he?
Mhm.
Yeah.
Yes.
Oh,
Referring
did
to
he?
Diddy.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Oh, did he?
Oh, did he like that?
Mhm.
So when
See,
he
there's some
came,
levity.
so when he came, she came.
You got it.
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't know that.
So when he
That's
came,
not
she
surprising.
came and put it on him.
That's not surprising to me at all.
That is very surprising. Like, how do you even introduce that to your
Money.
relationship?
I got money.
Yeah,
Remember
but-
when we watched Making the Band and he was like, I want you to walk across the Brooklyn Bridge to get me a cheesecake?
cheesecake.
Like, that's
That's for
crazy.
Beyonce, too.
Yeah.
That was for Beyonce?
Yeah.
What do you mean?
That
In
cheesecake,
real life,
they
the
went.
cheesecake they went to get was for Beyonce.
But see, that's what I'm saying. That's crazy. You're making people do crazy shit. I can see you escalating to wipe this man's nut on my chest.
Yeah, but they were like boyfriend and girlfriend though.
Eh,
Wipe another man's.
Like,
yeah,
how do you
he's
even
a cuck.
introduce
Yeah.
He's
that
a cuck.
Yeah.
from to the highest
Yeah.
degree, which
Yeah.
is crazy
Yeah.
because he liked the BBCs,
Uh-huh.
and I heard that was
Have you ever seen cuck porn before?
no.
No.
Even the ones that I like, even the ones that I know
I don't
of,
want
they
to.
don't even. They're not.
What are
They
they
be like,
doing?
his dick can't be bigger than mine.
Wow. Someone's insecure.
That is a big insecurity.
I
That
mean,
ain't no
Sean's
way.
like, wipe his nut on me. I don't care. He don't care if the dick is bigger. He's like, give me the nut, which is kind of baller
Crazy.
if you ask me.
Oh, that's fucking crazy. And it can't be that much though. I seen drug. I used to smoke
Were
weed.
there photos?
When I smoked weed, no, when I smoked weed, I'm not. They was on high drugs, but when I smoked weed, it wasn't that much.
What do you
Like,
mean?
Come out.
When you smoke
Oh.
weed, you can't produce?
It's not like a lot.
You drink enough water? Yeah, I was gonna say you're not
that's what that
hydrated.
is?
Yeah, you dry.
They wasn't hydrated either, apparently.
Mm.
What's up, Ivy?
Look at the analysis. The analysis.
I don't even know where we go.
Are we learning that
What is happening?
you're a cuck analysis?
Right.
Like
Cuck
No,
analyst.
a few people that I worked with was into some freaky shit. I know Ivan is a cucky.
Oh,
What is a cookie?
oh, he gets watched.
You watch?
I've been watched before. Yeah.
You've been
Oh.
watched.
Yeah.
Oh. Ain't nothing.
Were you nervous?
Yeah.
Yeah, right?
Actually, I
Somebody was
was.
like back there taking notes, like,
Like yeah, it's
could have been
it's
better
weird.
with the dismount.
It's weird watching somebody like watch you have sex with their partner.
Were you making eye contact with the guy? Was that part of the rule?
No, was the guy making noises as he was watching? Like, yeah, that's it. Give it to her.
One guy got like.
Oh, this
naked.
happened multiple
Multiple
times.
times.
Ivan's a freaky man.
It's happened multiple times. Yeah.
Wow.
P.
One guy,
Bundy.
he got naked and was like he had like a pouch on
hmm
full of condoms. So he was like, "What?
Safe
like,
sex. Gotta wrap it up.
I will never look at the chest purses.
He
the
got
same again.
he got like he got like naked, and sat on the couch while like the three of us were on the bed.
3.
Four. It's four. of
Who
us.
was you with?
I was at the green door.
Oh, okay. Yeah, there's
So
a
this
whole
is
little
like a-
spot for you to watch.
yeah.
I went in there one time and peeped it out.
So we went.
It was a Thursday. It was slow.
Yeah, we went. in the
Did you?
room.
Wasn't nobody in
Y'all
there.
are some
This is
freaky
one couple. I was
ass
like, oh, this is
people.
boring. So
So you watched them have sex?
You went on Thursday. Of course, it's gonna be.
I'm just saying, it's just like, yeah, it's not, as long as everybody's consenting, I don't care what you do,
Why
really.
would you going on Friday or Saturday?
I was just taking a tour. I wasn't trying to be up in there. I just
Oh.
walked around. So I was like,
So was
oh,
they fucking?
there's some people in there fucking. Sure, yeah.
Was it like old people?
It's always somebody you don't want to see fucking. It's like a nude beach. You're like, no, not you people. No. You guys are grandma.
They say our perception of what it actually looks like.
It's a lie. The people who are
It's a lot of
most
people
comfortable
that
being
feel like
naked
that
are like
being
the
there.
people that
I'm
you
going-
don't want to see naked.
The naked beach.
I'm going to the
They
naked
say they all
beach.
build like you.
Oh,
We, nigga.
wow.
They build like we. Ain't that about
Shots
a bit?
fired.
I'm trying to go this summer.
So how did you like perform? Stay hard.
It's hard. It's hard.
No pun.
No pun intended.
Oof.
It's hard. Like to see like
You have to
there's
concentrate. Like,
already like a guy involved that like wasn't. I'm not gonna say who. I was with somebody.
uh-huh.
Sure, here we go. Did y'all want to share the thong?
Were y'all swapping?
Y'all
Or were
shared
you
the-
like, was it like a,
Switch.
or
Y'all shared
was
the
like
thongs.
swinging?
Somebody I shared thongs with. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh Lord.
Wait, there's thong sharing?
That's another
Bundy
story.
is crazy, man.
Oh,
We got
wow.
That's
some-
another story. But yeah, so
This
I'm
is
with somebody,
amazing.
and then there's somebody else we didn't know that was involved initially.
Why
And
he
then
should? Who invited him?
She did. She
Y'all
invited
didn't.
him.
Oh.
So when you went, did you go by yourself?
Yeah, I just met somebody that was like working there. I just took a little tour and walked out. It wasn't like I was hanging. I was like, oh, this is cute. Oh, that's cute. A little peephole. That's cute. Ooh, a little like torture chamber. That's cute. Like, that's
Oh.
all. It was like a little real estate tour.
Mm.
But it was like, it wasn't nobody in there.
Interesting.
It was fine. You know, wipe stuff down, I think. Yeah, what's your.
Would you want somebody to watch you have sex?
I don't know. Probably not. I like complete darkness.
It's a lot of length to watch.
I don't know what's going on in there. Gotta find me in the darkness.
It's a lot of length. You should like share everything's in here.
Length? Is that what you're saying?
Yeah.
Because I'm tall?
And it
said
depending
because
on
I'm tall.
depending on him, it just
I
could
thought
just
you
be a
said
lot of,
lint. I was like,
damn.
lint? Why? Is there a black light on? What the fuck
When I
is
say
going on?
length, it's length, right?
You just got a little bit of an accent, so sometimes I'm not sure
Do
what
I?
you're saying.
No,
a little bit.
his tongue is overweight too.
Oh, yeah. Okay. That's a nice way to say it.
He can't pick it out.
That's a nice way to say it. I'm like, oh, your tongue is too big for your mouth. That's what's happening.
Overweight tongue.
Yeah. Okay.
Age 2.
I wasn't sure. I was like, maybe it's an accent. See, you're like, no. He's got a fat tongue.
So when the first time you was here, you was thinking about it.
Thinking about what? You talking to me or him?
Yeah, you.
Thinking about what?
The special.
No, I'd already done it.
No.
I filmed it in October. When did I see y'all?
We didn't even talk about the special the first time.
I know.
Yeah.
But we had already done it though,
I
right?
thought you was
It was in
you was
October.
thinking about doing it.
I taped it in October last year.
She was talking about editing. And everything.
Editing. Yeah.
It wasn't editing by then, yeah.
Was you involved in that process or you let somebody else?
Mm-mm. My director did everything, and then he sent me what he thinks it should look like, and then I went back in and said, take this out or add this or whatever. So kind of, but not really. I wasn't part of like the day-to-day stuff.
So I mean, in being involved in the process, how do you do that and still maintain like a relationship with it? Like if that makes sense.
I mean, I hate watching myself do anything really. So it was kind of like better if he watched it and says, it should look like this. And I go, okay, great. Well, I don't like that part and that part. So it wasn't
Yeah.
that bad. I wasn't like every day looking like, oh, why did I say that or whatever. But it was fine.
Yeah, see, I be having a hard time like maintaining a relationship with our, like even with our shit.
Yeah.
So when a motherfucker hit me up and be like so angry about some shit that we said, and I'd be like, bro, I'm so far removed.
It's like,
Bro.
I don't
Oh.
even remember that.
So like if this was filmed in October, like how do you maintain like a close relationship with what hits and what doesn't?
I think as we get closer now, like there was a period where I didn't want to put it out because you do this thing where it's almost like having a baby. I hate kids, but I would imagine that's what
So
you're
just ready to
spending
go
all
abort.
these.
I get it.
Yeah, I was ready to abort. I was like, you know what? No one needs to see this. Smother it.
Jesus.
I'm sorry. These are jokes.
Michael Jackson.
Watch my
Jackson was
special.
like
There's
that.
more of those in there like that.
Yeah.
But no, it felt like you do this big labor, right? You put all your effort to this one thing, and then you do it, and then you're like, I don't think anybody needs to see it now. That was all I wanted to do. You know, it's fine.
Just to be able to say you did it.
Yeah, I mean, not even that, but there's like anxiety around like now that it's done, what do you do with it?
Mhm.
And I think I had a lot of anxiety about that. And also, I was still performing, and so my mind was like, I did a special. These jokes are dead, but nobody knew that. So I was still doing the jokes, but I was like, I don't like them because I already did them like on this big scale.
Mm-hmm.
So it was hard for me to kind of go back into doing regular stand up after taping it. So a lot of my shows after the special were just like free flowing and crowd work and whatever kind of stuff. It was less stressful to kind of remember all of my stuff because I'd done it all. But also, once I finished the special, I was like, maybe people don't need to see this thing where people were crying at the end. Maybe we should just leave that. Where
People
it
were
is.
crying literally or
Mhm.
figuratively?
Yeah, literally.
Thug tears.
There was some. Yeah, there was some thug tears too, huh?
Because Pops.
No.
No. Situation.
Oh,
You
okay.
gotta watch this. You gotta.
I'm
See,
gonna
as
watch
a,
it.
as a journalist.
I wanted to be. You know what I mean? I wouldn't feel like I didn't want to feel like I was special. To just say like I seen it before everybody else. I wanted to watch it with everybody else.
You are special.
And then
That's why we're here.
And then I
So you can tell the audience, I've seen it, and this is what you should look for, and I enjoyed it, and this is why you should watch it. They're gonna listen to you, and so you can tell them why it's good or why it's trash.
So I think a better excuse would be
You just
I
didn't.
was supposed to watch it yesterday, and we got drunk.
But you've had it for like. You've had to.
I had it for what
When
long?
when did you get the when did you get the link? A week ago? When did you get the?
When did we get it?
2 weeks.
Oh,
Ain't been
longer.
that damn long.
When she sent it to me, I sent it to you.
Mm,
Oh shit.
yeah,
Twice.
Work.
twice. Ooh, he said it twice.
Oh, work is crazy.
Wow, what's your work again?
Huh?
What do you do for work?
Uh,
I literally don't know. Is it?
I pick up everybody's the belongings they don't want.
Like a Goodwill?
Oh my god.
You work at
She went-
Savers?
She went straight to poor. That's crazy.
Well, I don't
Is that what
know.
you think of me?
No, I don't know. I was gonna say garbage man, but to me that sounds worse somehow.
Jesus.
I don't know. Donations, trash. I'm sorry.
Damn.
I'm sorry. You should have just told me what you did. You should have just told me what you did.
You just said it.
Donations.
Yeah.
Savers. You come out the car when they come up with a little bag and say, these don't fit no more. And then you load it.
Damn. Yeah, you said it. You said it.
You're a waste
Yeah.
Waste management.
management.
There you go. Yeah.
But y'all got time in the car to watch stuff, don't you? When you on a break, you could have watched that on your little.
breaks.
Oh damn, you should. I think legally you're supposed to. You in the union?
Yeah.
Damn, you gotta take
No,
them breaks. Mo-
I kind of like to get up out of there. So I
No.
don't really be playing.
Right, but then that means you had more time to watch it. That's making it worse for you.
I don't remember it being 2 weeks,
Uh-huh.
but
2 weeks.
I was supposed to watch it yesterday, but tequila.
it was.
I
you
had
buy a
tequila
bed?
too.
No, but the real.
Did I buy a bed?
Uh-huh.
Uh-huh.
The honor,
So you got a residence now.
Yeah. I
Back
live.
for good?
I don't
You talking
know.
about- last time you was on the show, you was talking about going to moving to New York.
Yeah, I moved back here temporarily because my mom is concerned about the current administration and her Social Security and people.
Mm.
She's just worried, and,
Yeah.
and to have me running around like talking shit, she's like, they might kill you. I'm like, yeah, they might.
there was a bombing in what's. I remember you saying you was in Palm Springs.
Yeah, I
They
saw that at a
bombed the-
fertility clinic.
Yeah.
In Palm Springs ain't nothing but gay people.
Right.
Yeah.
So the pretend is that
What you killing?
empty.
I guess it's like, what are you doing? They had a shooting at the gym over here at LVAC, and by the way,
Crazy.
I go to Planet
That's
Fitness.
crazy.
That never
Oh,
happens
it
at
would
my
never
gym.
happen in there.
People be talking shit about Planet Fitness, but we ain't never had no
yeah,
shooting.
It's all stage.
So-
Testosterone in that gym.
It's all stage 3.
So- So you got a nice
So-
little sauna and indoor track, and you also have gun violence. So
Ain't that testosterone in Planet Fitness.
no, it's all stage 3 and 4 up in
yeah,
there. boy.
you can talk shit if you want to, but I don't feel for my safety. I don't.
Yeah,
fear.
that shit was crazy. And I was telling my daughters, because I was listening to the interviews, right? The interviews, and they were saying that they just thought it was like waist dropping because they had them goddamn headphones on.
They don't
You
have a
can't
lunk alarm.
Hear nothing.
You got to put the lunk alarm in, like Planet Fitness.
What's the lunk alarm?
When you drop weights at Planet Fitness, it goes. "Roo," a thing goes off. Yeah, they keep that at
Really?
Ain't nobody impressed with your muscle shirt, nigga. Sit down.
It's a nigga.
Sit
Nigga on the side
down.
of the stage,
Yeah.
A funk alarm?
Yeah, you dropping weights all loud, trying to cause attention to yourself. They be like, not at Planet Fitness. We don't care about that over here, sir. Put those weights down quietly. We're not impressed. Yeah, it does. An
'Cause
actual
if I got
siren.
stage 4 cancer, I'm going to tell too.
Boy.
Don't nobody want to hear all that dropping weights. Who has cancer? What is that about?
That's the only people that go to Planet Fitness.
I don't have stage 4 cancer.
Hey, which is crazy because you go there.
I do great. Yeah. I do great.
What?
I said unless it's the one on Boulder Highway.
I feel like people.
What?
The Planet Fitness on Boulder Highway.
That's where the prostitutes be.
That's where the hoes
Yeah, that's the strobe. That's the new strobe. That's the new blade over there.
It's a Planet Fitness over there?
They got one
For
everywhere,
what?
dude. Look, you finna go check it out.
No.
I was with baby go get an LVA membership. I was like, yeah.
Oh, you live in that area?
No, I don't. I just,
Oh.
my parents live like not too far.
Yeah.
Bitch be on the treadmill selling pussy.
I've been to many a Planet Fitness in New York, in Austin, in Seattle, in
They're literally
Texas.
everywhere.
I've done Planet Fitness in Oakland.
Mm.
No shooting.
Wouldn't
I
even
feel like
walk
if you
up in
have
there.
cancer, you want to go to a sauna a lot because they think it has healing properties.
They got songs at Planet Fitness, don't they?
No, they have bare bones. There is no sauna. There is a shower. Get the fuck out.
Oh, that's the one that charge you like $12 because it's like $10.
No,
and then you
the
for
black
12.
card means you can go to any other one in the States.
Mm.
It doesn't mean they have a sauna. It just means you can go to other ones.
Okay, my fault.
If you pay $10, you can only go to that same one.
Gotta massage them bones.
Okay.
But if you
Let's
want to
break
go
it.
out of town and exercise,
That's 12.
that's the extra. That's
Yeah.
that $20.
But I was telling my daughters, man, when you put them headphones on, you literally cannot hear nothing.
Mm-hmm.
So motherfuckers was talking like, dude, I didn't know something was going on until I seen the dude like dead. I'm like, man, he walked in there with like an AR and shit.
How many he killed?
I think
I think
one
it's
so
up to
far.
3.
No, his
Is it
two,
3?
two, 3.
I haven't seen
This,
it.
do we?
What was this?
Huh?
Oh,
Who's
was it a disgruntled
Like 2 days ago.
employee? Was it
I
somebody who
ain't
was
know
mad?
nothing.
this? No,
None
the
of
person
this.
that the one of the employees got killed. Yeah. That's the
They shot the shooter, right?
As soon as
Lit
he
his
came
ass
out,
up.
yeah.
They lit him up as soon as
The police?
yeah.
Yeah.
He thought he was running out. Pop, 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 pop.
But he's still alive, ain't he?
Hell no.
Oh, I thought he was in the hospital.
Hell no. Uncle Charles was waiting right there.
Oh, that's
They
good.
lit him running out and the cop is
Yeah,
White
they
guy?
released it. They released it. Yeah.
Oh, I haven't seen
Yeah,
it.
he was legit like
He
running
busted
full
out the
speed.
door, like,
He
he
bust
was
out the
running
door and the
out the
nigga turned
door.
around and bop, bop, bop.
Ooh, I gotta watch that.
That's
Laid
crazy.
him out.
What
Yeah.
city this was in?
Here.
Las Vegas, Las
Rainbow
Vegas
Lake.
Athletic Club.
Oh,
boy.
shit. Dude,
Right by the Chick-fil-A
Oh,
on Lake
Rainbow
You
Union.
ain't
Vegas.
got
I
no
know what's that.
LVACs in other
he
places.
said, one of the dudes said,
Las Vegas Athletic Club, sir.
one of the dudes saying,
It's
what-
in the name.
crazy, the times are so crazy. He was like, he had an AR-15, it jammed, and then people started recording. Instead of like jumping on him and shit.
At the gym, by the way, where you're supposed to be getting buff.
I know that is
Right.
crazy.
Bro, wait. Something.
Throw.
If you can't,
Yeah.
if you
People don't
can't-
have that instinct though. Their instinct is to film it.
But now it's like the gym. We go in there, everybody got their bags and shit. Now it's just, that's supposed to be like a safe
The
space.
gym is where you shoot content of you exercising, not actually exercising.
Them niggas, man.
It's for your tripod.
Them niggas.
That's what's in the bag.
Them
Your
niggas.
tripod.
Then you be like, man, I don't know. You know what I'm saying? You got to cut in front of their videos so they give you like.
No,
the
you
little
don't.
looks
Get
and
the
shit.
fuck out of the way, dude.
It's annoying.
They
And then it
don't-
be like the buff.
That
buff
never
niggas.
happens at Planet Fitness.
It don't be. It don't even. Yeah, 'cause ain't nothing to
Oh, let's go
record.
to that
We
motherfucker.
just exercise and get the fuck out of there.
Yeah, ain't nothing to
We're
record over
focused.
there. Yeah, man, it's crazy.
Bring it on,
It's-
shooter. We'll
it's
kill
crazy
you at
time.
Planet Fitness.
We just
you come in here if you want to. We go shoot your ass back. We got guns in there.
We just soon as we walked in, news broke what's his name got cancer and it's in his bones.
Who?
So, Joe.
He has cancer?
Really?
Yeah, but it didn't already. What's the
I didn't hear
word?
that story. Who said
It already
that?
Is it metastasized?
Metastasized.
Oh, today.
Yeah, it literally broke when we walked in,
Oh, dang.
and it's in his bones already.
We
so
did it, Joe.
Metastasized. Yeah.
No, we
I see
didn't.
you at the crossroads.
I mean, y'all gonna get there. It's
Okay,
not like-
Uncle Charles is waiting.
you
for him.
can't really
Already,
avoid
just-
none of that, really. No matter what you do.
It's coming. It's coming.
Do you feel like that maybe why he dropped out of the
No, I feel like they killed him
they
on purpose.
punked him.
I'm not gonna lie to you.
They did who?
They easy eat him.
They easy. They gave him
people with
AIDS.
cancer in people's bones?
They gave him
I don't
AIDS.
know. It's too convenient. It's too fucking convenient.
What are you talking about? Okay, listen, guys. We're not doing these conspiracies. I can't.
I'm just saying it's too convenient.
I can't do it.
It's a book already out. They just say the man.
The man is not president no more. Who
Yeah, but
cares?
who was president when he was?
Who cares?
I'm just
the
saying
current
it's a
one
big
is
thing,
trashing
and
everything and deporting all the Mexicans from our favorite restaurants.
Jesus.
Oh,
Christ.
I don't care about Joe Biden. He's not there anymore. Leave that man alone.
We've been to.
Donald Trump over here raising prices every goddamn where and ice raids at every goddamn restaurant. And you talk about Joe Biden got bone cancer. I don't give a fuck about Joe Biden.
That man dedicated his life to politics.
Y'all over here, that's like talking about Obama. Who cares? We don't care.
See you at the
George Bush is a good painter. I don't give a fuck about George
He
Bush.
made a woman of color his vice president.
So cares?
first one.
Who is the president now, and what's this nigga doing?
Shit.
What you know about
stopping
that?
Wars.
He's stopping them or starting them?
Stopping them. There was 2 wars going on when he got in office.
Which 2 wars did he stop?
No, he's stopping them.
Which
there's a
one?
ceasefire in Ukraine, isn't it?
That's a lie, because Putin does not go to any
Prisoner
meetings.
exchange. They did a prisoner
He ain't
exchange.
stopping shit. He said within 24 hours he's gonna stop all that shit, and it's been multiple 24 hours and ain't nothing stopped. He's a liar. Why do y'all believe this nigga? Oh Lord. Anyways,
But I don't
this
think
nigga lies.
I
He's a
do
con
think
artist.
I do think that if you are saying this man was so he was cognitive decline is what they call it. He is so fucked up. At some point, you gotta ask, well, who was running the country?
have you seen Donald Trump sign those bills where he goes, "Ooh, what's this for? Ooh, that sounds cool." Literally, they give him an executive order. He has no idea what he's signing, and he goes, "That sounds important," and then he signs it.
Yeah, I mean, I get
So
that
what are you
part,
talking about? Who's
but to
running the
say
country?
we had
Who's
weekend-
running the country right now?
But we had weekend at Bernie's.
Who's
in
running the
office.
country currently?
We don't know who was running the country, and then when he
And
did
guess
all
what?
those
They
parties,
passed
they were in-
bills.
I don't
They
care.
passed bills. They gave us shit. They passed bills. What's getting passed right now?
I think you could be
Tariffs.
I think you could be upset and still wonder what the fuck was
But
going on.
at this point, it doesn't matter because he's not in charge anymore. You're talking about shit that happened before.
We still want to know who killed JFK.
I don't give a fuck about that either. Why do you care about
The
that?
CIA killed him.
I ain't gonna lie, I don't.
The CIA
Who
killed him.
I
cares?
think it's the CIA.
You're
but
never gonna know.
we want to know.
No,
You're
the
never
video-
gonna know.
The video's out there. You can see the CIA clearly killed him.
Sure, but that stuff is like they're never gonna tell you. So why are you? Who cares?
It's a lot of bills. There were a lot of pardons. Somebody, we are the #1 country in the world. To want to know who runs it while this man was at weekend at Bernie is a credible question.
But it's
And now he's
irrelevant.
dying.
It's irrelevant today, is what I'm saying, because your country is still being run by somebody else, and I think that's far more important currently than some shit that happened some years ago.
I get it. I want to know.
You can know that. You can know that after if we're allowed to vote again. in
No,
3
no,
years.
But I think all of
like,
these,
let's
I
worry
think-
about
I think-
that.
But I'm saying, I think all of these answers, I think it's irresponsible of those left leaning to say they don't care, but then turn around
It's
and
not
say
irresponsible.
nobody wanted to vote for Kamala.
I don't
because she's
think
a
it's
black
a.
woman.
I don't think it's
Which one is it,
relevant.
Zuge? Oh, yeah, one Mike.
I don't think it's relevant today because the person running the country now is doing way more worse shit to people currently. So for you to be like, well, Joe Biden was probably not even aware. It's like, well, he wasn't, but somebody gave him the right thing to do. He
Yeah,
passed
but-
bills.
But our
Who
people,
cares?
in hindsight, not even in hindsight, our people was forced here, and we still have yet to see that party fight for us like they are for people.
Well,
who,
go vote for whoever that person is that you think's going to fight for you. Is it the one that's taking your rights away?
I'm saying, but no, I'm saying the party that's supposed to be fighting for us, I have never seen them fight for us like they are for people that's not supposed to be here.
Who's not supposed to be here?
Illegal migrants.
But are they
We were
illegal?
forced here.
Wait, are
willingly.
they illegal because they seek asylum at a port of entry, or is that because they say that somebody says they're illegal?
They're
because
illegal because they didn't do the process to become.
But the
legal.
process is to show up at a port and then ask for asylum. That's the process. So while you're waiting for a court case, are you illegal or is that the process? You're waiting.
So a lot of these niggas crossed the river.
But not a lot of them didn't. And those are getting sent back too.
So how do we separate and figure out?
I
who
don't
did it?
know. You got to ask the person who's in charge right now, not fucking Joe Biden.
But my ancestors were forced here.
I hear what you're
and
saying.
we're still not. We don't get those rights. All this due
But
process shit. It's a
you
lot
do
of
get due
motherfuckers-
process.
It's a lot of brothers that got weed cases that are doing years and years and years and years that got barely any due process. And so
they went to
we're
court.
using all of these
Due
key
process
words,
is you got a trial.
but we're using all of these key words and it wasn't used for us.
No, listen. Due process means you went to court. They're not getting that. They're getting put on a plane with no trials or no court. They're saying that person's in the gang and they put you on a plane. That's not due process.
Man, Maria.
Due process is I went to trial.
Hey,
Do you
man.
know what that's what the definition is, right? Due
I just-
process is citizen or not. We're going to put you in front of a judge and they decide what's what and then they send you.
Yeah.
They're not doing that. So your people who are in jail for weed, somebody went through a process and they went to jail. It wasn't like, I think he had weed on him, go to jail. There's a court process that happens. They're not getting that step. They're just getting sent to a country they're not even from, by the way.
What does that
I'm
sound
not from
like?
El Salvador, dude. Why are you sending me over there?
But when you describe that, who else can you say that about that didn't get those rights?
Are you talking about slaves from the 400 years ago, or are you talking about some shit right now?
All the way up to you.
No, you're
dead
asking
ass.
me the question. You can't. Are you comparing somebody just sending somebody to El Salvador with no due process to slavery?
That's
But that's also bad.
from El Salvador. Though.
No, they're not. They're not. See,
Which
you
one
don't
is it?
know.
Which
That's the
one is
problem.
it? I'm asking
You don't know all the people that are on those planes.
We speaking on
all
El Salvador.
those people
'cause there
on
was
those
one person
planes
that
were
was
not from El Salvador. Some of those people are from Brazil and other countries.
You don't know that though.
Yes, I do.
There was one certain character. There was one guy that, dude, come on now.
The beautician?
If that's the hill you want to die on.
The makeup artist. Where is he from?
I don't even know about no makeup.
Exactly.
Talking about.
That's what
I
I'm
just
saying.
know.
That's what I'm saying.
I know. Since the 60s,
Oh my God.
this is fact. This is not opinion. This is not. Since the 60s, 90% of the black vote have gone to the Democratic Party.
Why are we talking about the vote and due
Because
process in El Salvador?
We're watching
Where are you?
My grandmother is a diehard
But
Democrat.
what does that have to do with?
MSNBC all day, every day.
But what does that
I
have to do
never
with them
seen
sending
that
people to
party
El
fight
Salvador?
for her like they are for people who's not from here. That's a slap in the face.
But what does sending people to El Salvador where they're not from have to do with your grandma's voting for Democrats?
I'm saying
I'm so confused by the
Democrats are
conflation.
fighting for people the way they should be fighting for the people that are currently here. It looks fucking crazy, and it comes out as all of y'all doing is doing the opposite of what y'all feel Trump is doing.
So what's your solution? What are you gonna do?
Who? I'm from here.
I know, but what I'm
I don't
saying,
give a fuck
what?
about them people?
So you don't?
No. And then look how it
I'm
comes
asking
off.
you-
Then
I'm
then
asking
it's
you
like-
as
then it's
somebody
like,
who's
well,
so
who's going to clean our bathrooms?
No.
Who the fuck was going to pick up? Who was gonna pick
I'm
up? It
asking
sounds
you
the same.
personally because you're upset about the parties and all that
I'm
stuff.
not upset.
Well, you keep talking
I
about
look at
Democrats.
politics
What are
like
you doing personally? Are you voting third party? Are you going to start some kind of coalition? What are you doing since you want people to fight for us? Is it just complaining about it, or are you going to actually do something about it?
I don't need
Because if
anybody
you're
to
looking
fight for
at
me.
both
It's,
parties that are available to us, one is trying
panders,
and
one
one is
doesn't.
not, or do you say don't vote at all? Like, what's your solution to all these issues that you have?
one pander, one doesn't.
They both pander.
if
One of them
has-
said, I'm going to fix everything in 10 minutes, and now everything's more expensive. There's pandering on both sides. One of them is just grievances. They're taking things away from white people. We got to get rid of all the DEI, fire all the blacks and the women. The pilot was a woman. That's why it went down. That's what they're doing.
I mean,
Oh,
don't
now
know
it's
about that part.
you don't know about that part?
No.
You don't know about them getting rid of all the black and brown people in all these programs, making everything more white?
when you say
But those
DEI, why
programs,
do you
DEI is not really just
why do you
black.
immediately go to black and brown? though?
Because that black,
That's
brown,
programming in
women,
itself.
it's not programming. Black,
DEI is
brown,
for women and gay men.
people of color, people who are not white.
Here we go. You putting this in the people of color box.
Oh my God. People who are not white male are considered DEI. If you are disabled, that's called DEI. Putting a fucking ramp at a building so you can get in with a wheelchair is considered DEI.
So it's racism against white men.
It's not racism. That's what they're saying. We're getting rid of all these programs that make it more inclusive. We're stripping it away to make it more safe for white people because we're being harmed.
I'm not mad at merit.
You're not mad at who?
I'm not mad at merit.
Do you think Pete Hegseth, the leader of the DOD, is merit-based?
I
Or
know
you think
somebody
he's...
fat that just got into the Navy.
I'm asking you about the person
You
who
know how
runs the
crazy
military.
that fucking looks.
Do you
This
know...
is a personal thing.
I'm asking you about the person who's
Just
running
shout out to bro. He does not belong there.
I'm asking you about the person that's
You fat
running...
in the Navy?
Bro, you know how fucking crazy that fucking looks?
Not if you're not a Navy SEAL. There's other jobs in the Navy. You might be the chef. You might be the fucking.
At the end of the day, you still gotta have something on your. At the end of the day, you still gotta have something on your hip, and you still gotta learn to come back.
Do you think the person who runs the
you
Department of
are
Defense...
dead.
I'm asking you a question. The person who runs the DOD,
Mm-hmm.
who's an alcoholic person who used to be a commentator on Fox News,
Mm-hmm.
he runs our Department of Defense. Do you think that's merit-based?
He has
You
the
think he's there
credentials.
because he's qualified?
He has the credentials.
Because he was in the Army?
He has the military background.
But he was in the Army is not the credentials to run a whole department. I played
Based on
volleyball.
what?
I shouldn't coach a fucking professional team because I played the sport.
JFK's brother didn't have any background in
Who?
what he did.
That's my point. They're not merit-based. They're not qualified, but they're still in these positions.
I'm saying personally,
No.
we could do this all day long.
Exactly, and I don't want to.
Personally,
Talk
I
about my
merit.
special. I don't give a fuck about these white people that you say merit-based bullshit. These niggas are not qualified. And you're like, Joe Biden. Who gives a fuck?
It's easy to say when it's the party you care about.
I don't care about none of these niggas. You the one bringing it up.
I didn't bring it up.
Yes, you did. Rewind the tape.
You brought up
Thank you.
him getting cancer. That's where it started at.
We was
You
talking
just
about
said your
Planet
president
Fitness.
fucking everything up. That's how
I
it
said
got
that
about.
people at Planet Fitness don't have cancer, nigga, and then you start talking about Joe Biden. I didn't bring that shit
That's
up.
'cause
You
he
did.
He probably belongs in Planet
You
Fitness right now. So he belongs in Planet Fitness right now. That's what it, yeah, you're right.
You went off to this weird ass fucking podcast bro tangent of bullshit. Who cares about these white people who aren't helping nobody? The one you talking about and the one I'm talking about. If you so mad about it,
Why are you
none
saying
of
I'm mad?
you
yelling.
because you brought it up.
You yelling.
Because your thoughts are crazy and they make me upset. You saying ignorant shit. That's why I'm yelling. I'm
When
allowed.
you run this back,
Run it back.
it's gonna sound crazy.
It's gonna sound crazy for sure. And not the way that you think.
So since you've done the special, how's doing comedy on stage different now? Like you have to start over doing different jokes.
I think it depends on how much time you get. Because if you only get like 10 minutes, sometimes it's easier to go into stuff that's familiar. So you're not having to think about, oh, I have a new joke. I haven't tried it yet. But sometimes when you're doing it, you throw a new joke in the middle. In case it does bomb, you can save it with something that's proven. But like I said before, like comedy now is like whatever. I just do whatever I want.
So is it kind of like our special's kind of like a funeral for jokes?
Sometimes I say I want to bury the material, so I don't do it anymore. They'll do that and say, well, I've put this joke out on wax, and now everyone's heard it, which nobody has heard it. Not everyone. But we think that is, back in the day where you would just do the special and then people would watch it, and that's how you watched it, was like, I want to watch the DVD or whatever, how people watched it back in the day.
Yeah.
But then everybody would see or hear the album and go, well, he did these jokes already. Like that happens a lot sometimes when people go watch somebody live. It's like, well, he did the same jokes last time. So after you tell the joke, it's essentially dead. So if you put it on wax, you say, well, now I have to do new jokes and see if you can
What if it
expand
sticks though?
What sticks?
Like if there's something you said on the comedy special that sticks, that becomes a part of
Like a
what
staple
you
joke?
Yeah. Like what's my man's name? Fuck, he's no longer here.
Bernie
He used to do the moral of the story is.
George Carlin?
No. But it stuck. It stuck his whole career until he.
You mean he
Yeah,
had like a
yeah.
tagline?
Yeah.
Oh, well, that's different. You can use that tagline and do other jokes on it, but that's different than like doing the same joke all the time. That's like somebody being like, what's the dude who says it? Who
Earthquake.
raised you?
Oh.
You can say that for everything, but it's like a different. You add a different thing and then say who raised you. That's the one thing. But like, if you keep saying the same things every single time, that's a different animal. Yeah. But having like a catchphrase, I don't do that. I'm not cool like that. Like Kevin Hart has like a thing where people like yell at stuff at him on the street, and like no one does that. No one's like AIDS and babies. Like no one's.
So how is it?
No one. I hope no one does that to me. I hate babies too. Like I don't want that to be my calling card. It really stuck out to me about your dead dad. Woo! You know what I mean? Like that's not the same thing as like
A lot of dads like
in bed by myself, one bed. Da-da-da. Like that's funny. You know what I mean? Like that's something people remember doing. But like me, it's like no, it was kind of sad. I thought a lot about my own father
And his penis.
and his penis. You watched that?
Yeah.
The big old dick.
The big old,
The Papa Grande.
Papa Grande. All right. That was the name for you last time.
Yes, indeed.
Papi Grande.
Yes, indeed.
Forgot about that.
So after you went through the whole like editing process, did you find yourself? I know you said that you didn't want to release it at one point. Was that like as a result of like overanalyzing the material that you put out, or what made you feel that way?
No, I think it's so personal, and then you're worried about like potential backlash or ooh, I mentioned this person's name and I probably shouldn't have, or I said this thing, or that person who I was talking about was in the audience that day and whatever. You know, it's like doing a podcast and you're talking shit and you're like, oh, they're going to hear that. Oops. You know what I mean? that person's gonna know you were talking about the plaque on their teeth.
Jesus.
Slack on their teeth.
Right.
Yeah, stuff like that. Why you check your watch to
Yeah, I
see
gotta-
what time I'm leaving?
No, I gotta see what noise clipped at. Noise clipped at, man.
You see? But that's what I'm saying. So you do the podcast or you do your special and
Jesus
you're
Christ.
just worried that, it at least for me, like my special is like a very personal thing. I'm not like up there talking about asparagus and like bitches or whatever. Like
Yeah.
I don't my comedy's not like that. So
Have you already started working on new material already?
I don't really force myself to write. It's more like if it comes to me in my mind, I go, oh, that's kind of funny, and then I put it down. But I don't say, I'm gonna write today. I don't do that. I'm not a writer like that. So
Do you keep like materials to write with?
there's a notebook in my bag, but I don't write.
You keep it with you?
Yeah, for the most part. I don't write in it though.
So
It's just there.
How do you? Okay, so you think of something, you jot it down. When is it the time you want to go check it out, or you want to go try it?
I mean, you can find a mic. I hate open mics. I'm at the point where I hate doing them. So I usually try them at like a show where you get more time to kind of ease into jokes as opposed to like, I got 5 minutes. I'm going to do all new stuff and people are going to stare at me and be like, that's whatever. Because open mics suck. So
Yeah,
usually it's,
we've been to a few music ones.
oh, the music ones suck too?
We've been to some comedy ones too, and those didn't do too bad too.
No, the comedy ones are always
pretty
awful.
bad. Yeah.
You said
It's
it,
a
not
bad
me.
place.
You said it, not me.
Open mics are a bad place. But I thought maybe
How many
music,
solid Vegas comedians do you know?
like
honestly?
funny or like solid as human beings?
Both.
Oh, I don't know. Not many.
Funny.
I don't know. I'm not the best person to ask though,
Why is that?
because I have beef
Mm.
with the comedy scene in Vegas
Because of
Oh,
the-
yeah.
because of the assault. Yes.
Not even them. Just like personally.
In Vegas,
Yeah.
I don't even know half the people here anymore. So like the people that I do know, I don't know if they're still doing comedy anymore. I don't even know.
Is it just a Vegas?
Well, he was asking about Vegas specifically,
no.
right? Yeah.
I'm saying, like, with that situation, is it only Vegas or is it Vegas and LA?
LA, they actually did better than Vegas did in terms of getting him out of there, which is why he's here.
Oh, he's here then.
He's still here, yeah.
Oh, shit.
He tries to go back to LA, but then people are like, no, that's the guy. Get him out of here. So he comes back here, and everybody's like, he didn't try to rape me, so
Mm.
that's pretty much how
That's
that
good.
works. So
That's crazy.
it's like, Dad, you got to wait for him to try to rape you first, sir, before you do something? He's not into guys. Yeah.
Wow.
So yeah, it's LA, they're very much, I feel like every scene around us was way better at dealing with him than the people who were here.
Jeez.
Yeah.
I get it. That makes sense.
So I don't really have a lot of like, this person's good, this person's whatever, in terms of like a good human. I don't know who's still doing comedy anymore out here.
So because of that, you don't fuck with the Vegas comedy scene at all.
It is a challenge. I have gotten into maybe 4 or 5 altercations since I've been back.
Jesus.
Mhm.
Like physical altercation?
No, just a lot of yelling.
Mm.
Yeah,
Damn.
yeah. And I have the receipts. That's not what you said. I'll pull them up for you.
That's tough.
Everybody was different back
That's
then. Everybody's like, I would never say that. I'm like, you did. I recorded it all because I am petty. I have a whole file on people who have wronged me out here.
The altercation still can, all these years. Well, how long has it been?
It's been 10 years since the assault. It was 8 years since I came forward.
And all the people that you felt took sides
Mm.
hasn't budged yet.
I mean,
Or-
they would have to approach me with that. I don't, if I see them out in public, they're being weird towards me. Like
Mhm.
I'm the problem because I'm reminding them of what they didn't do at the time. And so I'd rather them be uncomfortable than me be uncomfortable. So if anybody wants to apologize, I'm all ears. But a lot of people are like, oh, I didn't say that. And it's like, yeah, you did. And then when I show it to them, they're still like, oh, that's not what I was talking about. Oh, okay. So, but I'm open to a conversation if people can admit what they did wrong. I'm okay with that. But
Yeah.
nobody wants to. There's a lot of ego going on in here.
Not him though.
From who? The assailant?
You're not including him though, right?
No. Last time I saw him, we got into a shouting match at an open mic, and everybody just stood there while he screamed at me. Men included.
And I was here in Vegas.
Mm-hmm.
Oh wow.
He's
So
still here.
yeah, you just said that.
No, I didn't know that he was.
No, he's still here. Yeah.
I thought we were talking. I didn't know we were talking. I'm thinking.
No, he's
I'm
still
talking
here,
about
and the people
people
that knew
included.
about it before
Yeah.
I left are still here too, and they're all being weird towards me, like I'm the problem. Meanwhile, he's just running around, bullying himself on mics and stuff, and you know, getting on shows because he can't take no for an answer.
Apparently.
And the men
Right.
can't stop him either. So weird.
Jeez. Okay, so since we're talking about it,
Yeah.
there was a part where I got confused. So I just want
Yeah.
clarity if you're okay to talk about it.
Sure.
Because the way you told the story, it was like, okay, well, there was a kiss on like the dance floor.
Yeah.
Something like that. And then you took him home and then you kissed. And then you were like, the next thing I know, like your pants were off. I'm like, did this all happen the same night?
Same night.
Because
I knew this man for 3 weeks.
Okay.
Yeah.
Were there two separate incidents?
There was the same incident, nightclub, car, and then there was the third incident when it was worse, like the end part. Yeah. New
Okay.
Year's Eve. Yeah.
Okay. Because I was confused. I'm
This
like,
is
okay.
in the comedy special.
Yes.
Yeah.
If you would have
Yeah.
watched it, wow.
Comedy special. Because I was confused. Because I was like, okay, well, they sound like the way you told it. It sounded like two separate incidents. But I was like, okay, well, how did?
Same night, yes, but
Okay.
two separate incidents. Yes.
Okay.
So
Yeah, yeah.
so not victim blaming. I'm not victim blaming. I'm confused. And I'm
Yeah,
looking
yeah.
for clarity. If you're okay with
Alright.
Jamie,
Sure.
because you say, okay, he kissed me on the floor. I was uncomfortable, and you took him home,
Uh huh.
and he kissed you in the car, and you were again more uncomfortable and more and felt less safe because you weren't.
I
in
was
public
in the
anymore.
car. Yeah.
and he was like, next thing you know, your pants were off.
Mm-hmm.
So in my mind, the way and this could just be a me thing, don't kill me, but I'm just like, okay, well, if he kissed you in public and you felt unsafe, and then he kissed you in the car and you felt unsafe, how did you get into a position where your pants were off?
Have you ever they call it like a coercion. There's a lot of are you married?
Divorce.
Have you ever heard any stories of women being like she really doesn't want to have sex with you, but she goes, hurry up and do it?
Yes.
Like it's easier sometimes to let the act happen as opposed to fighting people off, and then you get hurt more because you see how much he already pushes. So a lot of this stuff is survival for people. So it's like, and also he's stronger than me. I'm in a car. I'm stuck. What am I supposed to do? If you try to fight him off, you're fucked because now you're in the car getting beat up. So sometimes it's easier. It's the safest way is just to be like, let this just be over. As opposed to, I'm going to be Rambo and try. I don't know how to fucking fight a man,
Yeah.
Right.
a determined man.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like,
Do you think that's like that gray space where you could physically say no, so that man might take your silence as a yes because he didn't get a physical no?
but that's the thing. Sometimes you hope they can see your humanity and respect you enough to not push. But even when you say no verbally, they don't give a fuck either. So some of that, it doesn't even matter what you do. They're so fucking determined to get what they want. And deep down, they know that you're not going to fight as hard. That's why they pick you. I am an easier target despite what I look like. I don't walk around bullying dudes.
Yeah.
I'm a woman. I grew up being picked on by people, so I wanted to be liked by people. So it's easier to get somebody to go with the flow because you don't want to make any waves because you want people to like you.
Right.
If somebody's like running around being a bully and pushing people around, it's like that girl's going to be a problem. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I'm not a problem, and I try my best to not be a problem all the time because of how I
Right.
look. It's the opposite. So I'm primed for that kind of stuff because I'm always like, I hope you like me.
Yeah.
And that's something that he could see in people. That's what they do that. That's what predators do. They can pick out people like that. And so it's easy to say when you're listening or watching it on TV, oh, I would have done this. No, you wouldn't. You won't even ask for a day off at your job. You go to work sick all the time because you ain't got no PTO.
Preach.
But you're expecting women to be powerful, strong. We're going to stand up, and we're going to fight him off. We suddenly know karate. We're going to gouge his eyes. We don't fucking know.
Yeah.
And also, you wouldn't do that shit either. I've seen niggas get bullied all the time by other dudes
That is a fact.
on some regular shit.
Mm-hmm.
But you want us to be doing the most when we're compromised and scared. So it's easy to say when, you know, if it was me, I wouldn't have, but you don't know because it wasn't you. And I think when it's happening to you, stuff kind of happen. And it's slick. It's not like it's bum, bum, bum. It's like, it's stuff that's happening. You're like, you're almost trying to figure out what is happening as it's happening. You know what I mean? You can't really keep up when it's going on, and you're scared. And what's the best way to get out of this? Is it to be G.I. Jane? I don't know jujitsu. I'm taking classes now.
Shout out.
So next time,
But G.I. Jane is hella funny. I'm
well, you
sorry.
should. I mean, that's why I put it in the special. There's some funny parts in it to kind of lighten the load, but yeah, it's people expect a lot out of victims, and the same thing with kids who are molested by their own parents. What are they supposed to do? I live with this person.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? You can't expect the victims to know what to do with no training, right? No one's expecting this to happen to them. And sometimes it's fight or flight or freeze. It's like, oh, well, this is crazy. Let me hurry up and let him get the fuck out of my car so I can get home.
Yeah.
Than not be on Dateline because I'm dead.
So what made you want to include that in the special? Was it like a therapy session kind of for you?
I
Or-
think the subject around this in general, especially with the Diddy thing and when the Weinstein thing and the Cosby thing, there's always this thing about what the victim should have done and never about why did this person do that to them?
Mhm.
Why did this man do that to her? It's never that. It's always like, well, you shouldn't have gone to the place. We're not allowed to go places? How do you avoid being shot by a mass shooter? Well, just don't go to church or school or the grocery store or to work or the gym. That's how you avoid it. Or you say, why the fuck is this person terrorizing people? You're asking the wrong questions all the time. And it put a lot of stress on the victims because they doubt us. I put this person in jail. And while he was sitting in jail, people were like, she's a liar. For what purpose? This nigga is broke. That's the other one. Oh, she did it for money. He has his apps. I have more money than him.
Yeah.
I get no benefit from talking about this person. But I do have a lot of shame that I don't deserve to walk around with like it was my fault. And that's what I don't like. You put that shame on him.
Yeah.
I didn't do anything wrong.
Did that make you look at all men different?
I mean, it happened when I was in my 30s too, which is also fucked up. So it was like, for my whole life, I was just like I was fine. And now I'm completely changed by somebody who's also in the field that I work in.
Mm-hmm.
So it impacts everything I do now. When I do shows, I'm like, do you know this guy? Do you book him? Can't do your show now. Like, it's fucking me up in a way where I'm like, I can't move around the way I used to because I have to make sure that I'm safe with the person booking the show and also with the venue. Like, I have to make sure I'm good. So I don't look at all men differently. I just think that there are people, you have to be more mindful of how people can be, the potential of somebody turning something on you, and maybe being more aware of what those signs look like. Because for me, I went through therapy and I was like, oh, my personality is kind of primed for that because I'm a people pleaser. And what does that mean about me? And how do I stop doing that? And it's hard for me to say no to people because I'm mean. Saying no is a mean thing to people.
Yeah.
And say, oh, you going to leave me like this with my hard dick? Oh, no, you going to leave me like this? Guilt, 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 guilt. Okay, come on. I guess I'll jack it off real fast.
Appreciate it.
But that's what I'm saying. You break people down mentally so where they feel bad if they don't do what you want, even though you don't want to. And there is a gray area with that stuff. People always think somebody was raped because a stranger pull up in the car and snatched you in an alley. And no, it's somebody you fucking know. Most of the time, it's somebody you know.
Fact.
And that's how they get you because you're familiar with them. This is my dad's friend. This is my mom's new boyfriend. This is my cousin. Kanye West sucking your cousin's dick. It's people you fucking know. So the stigma,
That one.
the stigma about it, that's why I spoke about it, because people always give the victims all the blame. And it's like Law and Order SVU is not how that happens.
Right.
It's always kind of gray. There's spousal rape. You can be raped by your partner whether you married to them or not. It happens, and they think they can get away with it because, well, you signed up. No one signs up to be violated. That's unless you consent to it. That's one thing. But when someone's saying no, you got to respect that. And if you don't, then there's a problem. And you shouldn't ask the victim, why didn't you do this? You should say, she said no. Why didn't you stop? No one ever asked them that question.
So you could rape your spouse?
Yes. Being a spouse does not mean you're just there to be a hole for them. You do have to ask still.
The moment they say no,
You do
that's
have to
when
make
it's
sure she
lying.
wants to.
You seen what's love got to do with it?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
I continue.
sure, yeah.
She wasn't trying to be having
How do you,
sex with
why
me.
do you, in your opinion, how do you feel we got here?
How we got? What do you mean?
From at one point it was believe all women to now wait and see or pushback. Now, how do you feel like we got here?
There's definitely a cultural shift because we elected a rapist for president after he was
Mm.
convicted. So people go, well, we don't care. It's like, well, I never did the believe all women thing either. I don't think to generalize everything is smart, no matter what that is. I do think coming forward with a story is way harder to do. And for if the person is saying something, I would say at least listen to the story.
Mm.
Because a lot of victims don't get anything from saying it. Like I said, I get nothing from talking about this lisp ass nigga with no money. He doesn't help my career. I don't get a write up in the newspaper. Still waiting on a fucking newspaper about me. Somebody,
So did you say, please forgive it to me?
huh? Please. No, he didn't. No. There was no please. That was the problem. If he had some manners about the situation, perhaps. But I just think that it's easier to just say that women are lying because that takes the responsibility off the men to do something about it.
I'm sorry for laughing.
I
That
know,
was
yeah,
funny.
it's okay.
That was funny.
It takes the responsibility off the men to hold each other accountable. If you
Yeah.
just say, well, women are always lying. Because if they aren't lying, then if that's your homeboy, what are you going to do?
I just now like hearing the this your story,
Mhm.
right? I wouldn't be myself. I wouldn't when I say I don't know your situation and I know how weird things can get when you feel like people choose sides.
Mhm.
But I'd be lying if I said I could see why people wouldn't be so quick to flock and completely disown him based off of just the reservations that I even had on the situation.
Well, he wasn't reservation. He was just confused about the timeline. However, who wasn't confused? The police, who had proof of my screenshots from the night of when I got him to admit to what he did. And when the police says, is this you in the text message? And he said, yes, he went to jail.
Oh, wow.
So whether you have reservations, the LVMPD or whatever said, this guy's bad. And guess what? He had a rap sheet.
Mm.
So I don't care if you have reservations.
So when he came out, he was still embraced by.
Yet currently, he's still
Oh.
alive. What?
Okay.
He's still doing comedy in Vegas
That's
Mm.
crazy.
while he was sitting in jail. People were like, oh, I don't know. You think the police believe black women now?
No. Okay, so
What? Now you don't you trust the cops? Now you don't trust. When are the cops good people and when are they bad? Everybody, when do we trust them?
Mm.
When's a good time to trust the police?
solid question.
Because you guys, people really wanted to just not believe the woman, no matter what it was.
Okay, so why? Because in the special you didn't say who it was. I believe you told. I don't remember.
I
who
wrote
you
about
said
it, but I didn't say his name because
He
I don't
was
want to
off the
give.
mic.
Yeah.
So
When
you told us off the mic.
did it.
Oh, off the mic. Yes, I did write about it. His name is in the article. Like if you search his name, my story pops up, not his comedy or anything.
Why not be vocal with who it is? Because it's if I don't know the story, like how am I supposed to react to this person when I see him? Like I don't know this is the person we're talking about.
Right, but I don't want to make the special about this person and have
Yeah.
him clout chase on me
Mm.
because he already doesn't have shit,
Mm.
and he's done podcasts about me already,
Mm.
clout chasing on what he did. And so if you want to know what his name is, you can read about it. His name is in there along with his police record if you want to, if you're curious. But I also don't think that will change most people's behavior towards him because people who already know about this dude still are fine with him.
Okay.
So I'm waiting for somebody to be like, this guy harmed somebody that I know. Next time I see him, I'm going to pop him in the mouth. But it's always, I saw him, but I didn't talk to him. Oh, nice. That's cool. Did you shake his hand and say what's up? Oh, you did. Cool. So
You
nice.
feel alone in that instance?
I'm super isolated out here. It's dangerous because like I said, I'm treated like I'm the problem because I said something. Because once you know, you have to be different.
That's a fact.
And if you don't want to be different, then it's easy to say Shauna's lying because you can just still be friends with him or whatever you want to do. But if it's, wow, this person's bad and I see him around, I book a show and he comes to my show and hangs out with my audience members who are also potential victims for this person. I say nothing? Okay. You don't think about the safety of your audience members, but there's a fucking predator in the room? It's not just you telling jokes now. You do have some kind of duty to the people that come to the things you do. You guys throw parties and stuff. If you knew somebody who was a fucking rapist, do you want him there?
Solid question. Yeah. Solid question.
I don't want to come there if I know somebody who's a rapist is hanging out and y'all are like, eh.
I would be lying.
You would, if you said he can still come to the party?
No. But I would be lying. Like, I know what the right answer is, and I know how I would stand on it, right? But I would be lying if I said I haven't been around or that I know people that have done some questionable things, and they're around my universe. And if I don't know them, then it does not affect me.
Wow. If somebody did something questionable and you brought them around your wife.
That would never happen.
Oh, why not?
Because that's my wife.
Oh, so everybody else is just free game.
No.
Like,
okay.
crazy.
Okay. I'm saying if when we throw a party, right? It's a big ass party.
Yes.
I walk around the party and I see somebody that I've heard have done some questionable things. I wouldn't stop him and say, hey man, what was that you've done? If I don't know him. I just heard there's a lot of things there's a lot of people, I'm knee deep in the community, I'm born and raised here. There are a lot of things that I've heard people do, but if they're not in my universe, then I feel like that's none of my business. Now, if he was in my universe and I had to have him around my wife or my kids, now a conversation needs to be
But if
had.
he's at your event and you've heard things about him, you don't care if he harms other people that came to your event? What if they tie your event to that? I went to this thing you guys threw and there was a guy there and they knew he was there. And then he harmed me. Now that's tied to you.
Then I have to get on the stand and give hearsay.
It's not hearsay. So you just don't care unless it impacts people that you know. Because if somebody is questionable behavior around me, I'm not talking to that person.
But then
you're not coming to shit that I'm doing. I don't want none of that stuff near what I'm doing.
Part of that is I do not choose sides on situations that I don't know nothing about.
But even if you knew the information, I feel like you would still have that answer.
No. If I didn't, because you don't know me.
Sure.
But,
I'm just going off what you're saying right now.
Yeah, but I mean, we can throw innuendos.
Because you don't have. I feel like
innuendos and what ifs and don't believe black women.
No.
I live in reality.
I'm not talking about don't believe black women at all. I'm just saying.
Reality is that I'm born and raised here.
Me too.
And we all know. I know niggas that kill people.
Sure.
I know niggas that did real dirt.
Sure.
Older and younger.
Mm-hmm.
And if it's not in my universe, it's none of my business. But when you become in my universe where I feel like my situation is threatened, then yes, we got to have a conversation. That's real fucking life. I can walk up to anybody and say, hey, man, I heard you did. Then the nigga be like, why you in my business? Fuck around and smoke me.
Right. Well, that's what I'm saying. If that's dangerous enough that you might get smoked at your own event, maybe that person shouldn't be there. Maybe that person shouldn't come. If there's a threat to you getting smoked for asking a question.
It could be at my event. If you go to a fucking random lounge,
that's one thing.
You run into somebody that you know of, that you heard, that then done.
I'm talking about you throwing something yourself. I'm not talking about a lounge.
If I'm
anywhere you are, you can be 5 feet away from a bad person. I'm talking about people that you know, and when you're putting an event up and you heard things about certain people that are there, whether they know you personally or not. If there's enough of a buzz around this person where you're like, the look of it, I don't want to be a part of it.
It's not. But
I don't want that to even be part of my brand.
This is where you throw buzzwords in there when you say.
What's the buzzword?
When you say you're insinuating that a lot of people have heard this. I'm saying for myself personally, there are.
Saying you heard it.
There are people that I know of where, hey, I heard this, And a lot of it have come out to be true or not true. But it's none of my business if it's not in my universe. And I'm
Okay.
not going to walk up to somebody and say,
I'm not
hey,
asking you
man,
to walk up to them and say anything. I'm saying that if
how I grew up, if you walk up to somebody and say, hey, man, I heard this, that's a fucking problem.
okay.
If it's not in my universe.
I
Now
hear ya.
I'm not saying that they're not victims out there, and I'm sorry if you feel alone in your situation, but in reality,
It's
there are
easier
things-
to not make waves.
If a
It's easier to just be neutral.
that's not true. I've had a very, very high profile death in my real life.
I'm not
And
talking
I've
about.
seen where
I'm
people
not talking about people
and I
dying. By the
seen-
way,
no, and I
I'm
seen
talking about
where-
a very
but I'm
nuanced
saying,
thing.
I see where
I'm not talking
people-
about people getting shot at a party. I'm not talking about guns, violence at all. I'm not talking about that at all. By the way, I'm not talking about murderers. Not.
Yeah.
If that was a murderer, they went to jail, they got out. Fine.
There are people in the community right now that I know of that have done things worse than your situation,
Sure. And they
right?
that you've heard of, but you don't know them.
If they were at my event, there would probably be some words being said.
Okay.
But if I see them out and it's something that I have no control over,
That's what
I
I'm
don't have
not.
nothing.
That wasn't the question. The question was, I said you guys throw parties.
Mhm.
I'm asking you about your personal event
Yes.
that this person is at.
Okay.
That I didn't talk. I'm not talking about in the world. You can't control all that.
Yeah.
I'm talking about when you do something that
Mhm.
has your name, your brand on it,
Yeah.
and you know somebody who's there who's done things to people.
Mhm.
Do you let that person hang out amongst the people that came to your event,
Mhm.
knowing that this person might be a problem?
if I know for a fact that he did something that was super to that degree, we would have to have words. But I'm not going to walk up to somebody and say, hey, man, I heard.
I'm not asking you to walk up to them and say, I heard.
Yeah.
I would say, before the party even starts, you can't come. I'm not even doing that. There's a guest list. You can't come.
Okay.
For the safety of the people at my event.
That's incredible. I'm not mad at that.
That's it. Because to me, while this person was on probation, by the way,
Yeah.
he went to a comedy club in town
Mhm.
and raped somebody. He
Jesus Christ.
took a drunk audience member home in an Uber, and when she got to her apartment, woke up, he was on top of her while he was on probation for what he did to me.
Jesus.
That's right.
Yeah, that's crazy.
So you are putting your club now, this person's never going to come to your club ever again, and she's going to tell everybody don't go there because they let people like that work the club or hang out there. And they knew what happened. They knew he did it to me, and he was still welcome there after that. That's what I'm talking about.
That's dirty.
Yeah.
This is your business.
Yeah.
So it's not about believe all women. It's like you don't give a fuck about anybody. He went to jail. Everybody says tell him go to jail. If he gets arrested, then it's different. No, it's not. You don't give a fuck. That's it. And I'd rather you just say I don't care than do all this other stuff. Where it's like I did all the right things.
Yeah.
I went through all the fucking shit. I lost a lot of fucking friends out here. I'm isolated. My life is fucked up because I came forward. I went to the police. He went to jail. All the steps you guys say for me to take.
Yeah.
And then y'all still like, So what are the victims supposed to do? How did we get here? That's an even better question. When the victim does what they're supposed to do,
Yeah.
and you still go, he's nice to me. He's not bothering me, so he can be bothering you.
It's a tough situation, man. I don't even know what to say.
That's crazy.
Well, because you asked how we got here, I'm trying to flip it, right?
Yeah.
Some
No,
of that,
I'm
some of that's not on the victims. When the victims do the right things, y'all still don't care about the victims.
I don't
It's-
think- I don't-
it's still a gray area for people because it means you have to do something different, and people don't want to do different shit. It's hard to confront people and say, "I heard what you did to Shanna or to whoever."
Yeah.
This dude has. When I came forward, I had multiple male comics DM me saying when he came to my house, he was staying with me, my girlfriend, and he tried to rape my girlfriend. I said, "What did you do?" "I kicked him out of my house."
About the
Oh,
same- about the same
that's
person?
all? Yes.
Are people just like scared of him?
You'd have to ask the men who did nothing.
Wait, you said this particular person?
This particular person, when I came forward, my DMs were blowing up with people that had their own stories about interactions with him in the past.
Okay.
And it was lots of men because he would come into town from LA and stay at their house, and everybody would get drunk together or whatever. And lo and behold, he's on top of somebody's girlfriend at the house. He kicks him out of the house. I say, you didn't kick his ass? You just, hey, man, you got to go.
Is he a big dude?
He's like 6 foot.
Oh, he ain't that big.
You got to ask these grown men why they
Is
didn't.
he like stocky? Like I'm
No,
I
I don't
so
feel
like
like
listening.
Get a
I picked my phone up. I got the
Trying to
Google
get
and
a
shit. So
2K
I
player
see
today.
the
You
name.
saw him, yeah?
I saw the name, but I can't get a picture of like what his stature look like for all these people to feel like
Well, I don't even think it's stature. I think people are cowards.
no. There's being a coward. and they're
Cowards.
saying, I walk in on you and talk to my girl.
That's crazy.
But that's
and
what
all
I'm
I do is
saying.
kick you out of the house.
Even when
You
that's
invite you
when
to
they
my
are
house
being
and then you like,
pushed. That's
that's
what
a
I'm.
bitch-ass nigga
But that's
right
what
there.
I'm talking
Yeah.
about.
Yeah.
Hurts.
There
hurt.
are grown men who expect the victims of assault to do way more work than they've ever done with the same person. You can't even tell them, don't come to my mic anymore.
That's what I'm saying. Is he?
That's that. It's
is he
so easy to
is
say.
he physically imposing. This is what I'm trying to get to. 'cause
I'm
I can't
taller
get
than
this shit.
him.
You're taller than everybody.
That's my point. It's not about being physically opposing. Niggas is weak ass cowards. Period. Everybody wants to talk what they want to do. People talk what they want to do, but when something is being presented to them in person, it's a whole new ball game.
See, this is when I say like, how do we get here, right? Because it's like,
I
again,
can text it to you. Oh.
again, it was like believe all women.
Not like
Now,
I said.
it's
I
like
never
not
was on
every-
that. I was never on believe.
I'm just
all
saying
women,
in-
no.
I'm
No,
just
he's
saying in general.
Yeah.
I don't speak in like,
Yeah.
absolutes.
Sure.
So I'm saying, at first it was like believe all women. Now people have their reservations, and somewhere in the middle, shit kind of got like fucked up. Where I feel like it takes the eyes off of real abuse victims.
I think people would rather not believe victims because it's easier to say that person's lying. Because when
Not
people
true.
find out
I can't believe
that the person was actually a victim, no one's apologizing to me. Still, I wasn't lying, but people still think that I was.
Everybody has. I would say everybody has fans. I mean, family, friends, resources, their universe. Everybody has these. So somebody.
He got that look. No.
He found a picture, but he's not like I mean, last time I saw him, it was like the winter time, so we were all wearing jackets. But he's not like physically, not to me. No, no. And that's the thing too. It's like he's pushy. He's pushy all the time.
You can't. If you're not, that's what I'm saying. If you're not physically imposing, pushy only goes so fucking far. Like nigga, who are you talking to, and what are you talking about?
Yeah, until he's pushy.
No, you know the right. You know.
No,
the right
but that's what I'm.
You know the right.
You know who. You know.
But
who
that's
the
what
pushy
I'm
is.
saying.
You know who you can
But
push.
that's what I'm saying. People like to say certain stuff. Maybe he wouldn't do that to y'all, but he's done it to enough people, enough grown ass men,
No.
where he can find his way into your fucking comedy club on probation,
No. I'm saying
owned by men. Like,
you know who and who not to push with, and I'm saying I'm kind of giving off, and what I feel like they giving off is he ain't been in the right circle yet. Because you push somebody, shit's getting flipped. Some
Sure.
getting,
sure.
Yeah.
I wish
Keep
you guys were
doing that,
comedians then.
That's
But also, you're still kind of while we're talking. So,
again, I don't speak in. I think I can speak in. I don't speak in absolute, so I can generalize a situation and still empathize with you.
right.
If
What
that
I'm
don't come
saying
off
is,
if that doesn't come off, I'm
yeah,
that don't come
I
off
just
right.
think that even with the information that we have, I don't know if you would be resistive if you met him. I think he was still
That's
like,
because you're not in my universe. and
right. I
don't
know.
apologize for
I'm
that.
just. I'm not asking for an apology.
Yeah.
I'm just telling you how I feel about based on our interactions
fine.
here. Because you almost want to kind of counter me on my own experience, just to be like, well, like you kind of do a lot of that thing. And so for me, it feels like if you were presented with this person in real
Where did
life,
you feel like I said well at?
I don't think you said well, but like when I'm telling you something, you're going, well, I understand why people are neutral. Or I would be neutral. You say that a lot. Well, they didn't pick sides. Well, I don't know. Well, I want to be honest. I know people have done things, but like, so for me, I don't know if you met this person, if you would be like, get this dude out of here or whatever you would say. I don't know.
You know what? I appreciate that.
I don't feel like, I feel like you would probably let me hear his side. I think you want to ask him his side of the story and then make your judgment, even though he went to jail and raped other people. That doesn't matter to you. You would still have to hear him out, despite the evidence that's already out here. You still would give him
No. Let her cook.
space
Let her
to
cook.
convince you otherwise, perhaps.
Okay.
He's
so-
very good at that too.
Okay, so just based on what you just said, just like at the end right there, right? It's like you said, you came forward to the police and you presented with the evidence that he was locked up and he was released or whatever. And you said that was 8 years ago. Why hasn't he been convicted, in your opinion?
He took a plea deal.
Okay.
And also, if you look at like cases for rape and stuff, they don't put people in jail for like life. That's not a thing.
Okay.
If you look at how that works, that's not. It's easier to just let somebody out on probation than to put them in jail for however many years or whatever. If you have to look at statistics, like Bill Cosby and all these people, there is a bunch of people on one person saying he did this thing. It's just me. So you'd have to, even with Weinstein. Weinstein had like 30 something, Cosby had 50 something, and people were still like, they're all lying. It's like, everybody? So how do I fight that if it's just me? How do I convince him to say, well, put this man in jail? He hurt one woman that came forward. Even though it was more, I'm the only one that can make it stick. He took a plea deal. They was beating his ass in jail. That's what I heard.
What was the deal? They don't fuck around with that in jail. They don't. What was the deal? Do you know?
That was like in 2019 or something. Or 19, I think it was. I don't remember now. I'd have to look at the court documents. I think it's one of those Alfred pleas. You know what those are?
Absolutely not.
An Alfred plea, I forget the name of the person, but it's a plea where you plead guilty, but you say you didn't do it. But they'll say you have enough evidence. If we went to court, I might get proven guilty.
Yeah.
But I'm not saying I am. But I don't want to go to court.
No contest.
Kind of, I guess.
Yeah.
Somebody just took a plea deal like that.
So I didn't get to go to trial. None of that stuff. But I've got text messages from the next day where I got him to admit to what he did in the phone because I knew I was going to need it. Because 2 years later, I don't have any physical evidence. I only have the phone.
I saw the messages.
You saw the messages?
Yeah, I saw the messages.
So for me to be able to save that and have him admit to it to the police and then arrest him and all this stuff, they're not going to put him in jail for the rest of his life. Y'all are expecting a lot from, you know what I mean? Please, even people that go to jail for murder, it's not for a life sometimes. It's like voluntary manslaughter. We're going to reduce the sentence. It's not.
But there is some prison time.
There is sometimes, sure, but like that's not the standard thing for cases like that. That's not like the standard. They don't go to the highest max for that kind of stuff. They just don't.
Especially for him being a habitual offender. Like,
And also, the DA's office, their job is to win cases. So they take the ones that's easier. I can say I have this conviction rate for when I'm running for re-election.
Yeah.
you could
It ain't about it ain't
a
about
fucking fact.
justice for real.
Yeah.
It's on paper.
Wins and losses.
That's it.
Yep.
So you gotta ask the system why they didn't put him in jail. I did what I'm supposed to do. I can't make them do the rest. That's a lot of work for the victim.
I agree.
What y'all doing? Hello? Anybody? Sons of Anarchy? Y'all know somebody
There's
who
a,
can pull up?
there's a YouTube clip of you handling a heckler.
Ooh.
How was that in the moment? Because it seemed like he was seeking attention, and you kind of really.
Is that a new clip?
No, the YouTube clip of you.
Am I wearing red?
Yes.
Oh, yeah. He wasn't really a heckler. He was just drunk. I think that's a little bit different. Like drunk people that just talk too much and don't realize they're fucking stuff up, as opposed to somebody who's like, I'm going to come at you. Because I kept telling him, like, you got to be quiet, dude. They're going to kick you out of here. You got to stop. I'm trying to help you. Your wife or your girlfriend or whoever she is, she's not going to fuck you if you keep this up. Like, hecklers were never really a problem for me, honestly. I mean, when I was in New York, I had a few people walk up to me on stage at shows.
Damn.
That's a bit much.
Try to Will Smith you?
I mean, I feel like it's usually a man. I don't know why it's always a man, but the one guy in particular, I think sometimes men are jealous, maybe. I don't know. I'm on stage. I'm taller than you. I'm funny. I'm like making fun jokes or whatever, and people are like, "This is a challenge. I can come at her or whatever." It's like, dude, I'm on the microphone.
Yeah.
They're not gonna hear you. Doesn't matter what you do. So you're gonna come up here and grab the microphone now. That's what it was. He wants to take it from me so he can do his whatever the fuck he was doing it. But I mean, hecklers like that are different than like people who are just like, it's my birthday. You know, those ones are fine.
If you boo somebody, are you considered a heckler, or are you just are boos okay?
I would prefer a boo over complete silence.
Okay.
I have not been booed. I would love to be booed.
So if you boo somebody,
Hold up.
I would prefer a boo. I don't.
So complete silence will throw you off.
Complete silence when you're expecting a laugh, that's worse than somebody being like, boo, didn't like that.
We've been told that you've been booed.
Who told you that? Look at Sean's face. He's like, who? Are y'all all look confused?
I'm confused too.
Who told you I was booed?
It was on a clip of ours.
Oh.
Who booed me? Somebody actually said boo?
No, they just said that she's been booed. I was there.
Who?
Or that she bombed?
Was it
Bombed is not the same thing as booed.
Yeah, I think it was bombed.
Who was
Okay,
it?
maybe it was bombed.
Was it somebody who doesn't do comedy anymore?
I'm not in.
Oh, you were there? Were you in the audience? Or were you backstage
Was
waiting
it
to get on?
bombed? It was
I think
bombed?
It's probably bombed.
Yeah,
Okay.
I don't think it was
Boos don't happen. No one goes,
Okay.
boo! I would
Shit,
love that.
like hell.
Someone next
I would
to
love
you,
that, though, is what I'm saying.
Someone to the left of you does boo.
Boo.
I would prefer a boo.
Comedians.
Boo.
Boo Bundy.
I love a
Boo
boo.
Bundy.
I would prefer any kind of noise,
okay.
but complete silence, because you don't know what that means.
So next time,
If they're
don't
cl-
say
quiet.
nothing.
The silence could be I'm uncomfortable, or I didn't like that, or I'm what is that? You know what I mean? So you can read a lot into a silent moment. But if someone's going boo, that's obviously I don't like this.
like
So why is that worse? Because like if I'm booing you, I'm letting you know. Like you know, like
that's what I'm saying. I would prefer the boo because I know you don't like it. When you're
Okay.
quiet, I don't know what that means.
So the
Okay,
way comedy is turning though, like, wouldn't it be silent? Because it's almost turned into like commentary with laughs.
Like
I
TED
mean, it is
Talkish.
commentary with laughs, but now it's more like TED Talks with laughs.
You talked about that before.
Yeah.
If that's an intentional silence, that's the comedian knows there's going to be silence there. I'm talking about when you're used to hearing a laugh and now it's quiet.
Oh, got you.
That's different.
Yeah.
That's a different thing.
Can you play a joke on a comedian? Like tell the crowd, like when this comedian come up here, be quiet for 2 minutes, don't laugh at none of the jokes, just to watch the uneasiness.
I
of the
mean, you'd
comedy.
only be able to do
Comedian.
that if the comedian wasn't in the room.
Right.
But they're
Gotcha.
usually in the back of the room watching the show.
Damn it.
So you can't really pull that off.
Okay.
But that way they do know that they're not something happens like that and they're in the room. They're like, oh fuck, I don't know what is that?
Yeah.
You guys don't like me? But sometimes
Yeah.
they're like, you're doing good. We just laugh like this. You're like, quietly?
Mhm.
You cover your mouth and laugh like that? Like a fucking kabuki theater?
No, that was just it was just crazy because everybody had love like the last time you was on,
Mhm.
and it was all love, and then it was just this one random comment.
One little hater.
I was like, oh,
Of course,
shit.
always one. That's the one you saw and was like, hell yeah. Take her
No,
down.
It just comes.
Take her down, loser.
It just
Whoever
comes-
you were,
it just comes-
loser in the
it
comments.
just comes full circle.
Come and watch my
So we-
special on Tuesday,
when we talking
loser.
about it,
What are you
now
doing with
it's
your
like-
life right now, loser? See me on Channel 8 News at 4
I'm
o'clock
not-
today, you fucking
I'm not.
doof.
I didn't care for
What
it.
was
but
the
I
name?
wouldn't be-
User 12345
I
free
wouldn't-
speech
I wouldn't care
slash
for it.
underscore
Ah.
bitches ain't shit. Fucking doof. Suck my dick.
Jesus Christ.
How's that for a bomb?
Tell them how you feel. I love it.
Somebody on the internet says you bomb. We all bomb you, bitch. What are you doing? Bombing in life because you're making dumbass comments about people doing their dreams. You fucking dick
I love
face.
it. Keep it going. I love it. That's
Anyway.
the type of energy
It just
I
wouldn't
like.
be. I wouldn't be me if I didn't bring these things up.
No, I know.
And
You're
so-
the devil's advocate.
It
You
ain't-
over here speaking for the devil, ain't it? At all costs.
It ain't that. I'm just not going. You already here. And
At
I'm not
all
gonna-
costs, I want to do what the devil said.
You're already here, and I'm not going to. I'm not. You're not
No, I
going to
hear
walk
what
out
you.
this
No,
door.
no, no, no. I
And you're
feel
not
you.
going. And I'm.
I
know
wish.
what I
I mean, you asked me to name names. Who said that I bombed in your comment? What's the person's name?
I'm not. I don't even remember.
Oh.
I just seen. I just seen.
You were unmemorable.
I
Nobody
just
even
seen we
knows
were
who you
talking about
are.
it. I just know that
Hey,
we was
hey,
talking about it. It was
hey,
the clip of it.
commenter.
It was the clip of
Hey,
it, wasn't it?
commenter. Nobody
sent it to
remembers
you,
what
nigga.
your name is.
See, that's
No
what
one
I
even
don't
knows
like.
what your name is.
I'll be sending it to you niggas, and then y'all be acting like.
No,
y'all
it's
be knowing what's
okay.
going
I just
on.
think it's funny.
I'm isolated. I'm the victim here.
Nigga, you said
They don't know. They didn't know.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go look.
Name names, loser. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9.
I forgot what we was talking. I thought we was talking about either bombing or.
We're talking about bombing and
Booing.
Talking
booing.
about bombing and booing.
You still hungover.
You still hungover. I am too. That's why I've been kind of quiet.
You've been hella quiet.
Yeah.
So
And
what
I
was y'all-
told you to drink those pre-drink things. You didn't do any of that, did you? I gave you the tools.
They gave me like B12s and
No.
pre-game and stuff. Everything.
And you didn't drink none of it?
I ain't take nothing.
They tried to help you.
You wanted
Fuck
all the
that.
effects.
Fuck
yeah,
that.
I wanted all the effects.
Everything. He want to feel bad the next
You just
day.
want to be wearing sunglasses indoors.
Uh-huh.
That's what you want to do?
Uh-huh.
I forgot mine in the truck. I had mine right now too. I ain't gonna lie to you.
Oh, I should have kept mine on. Just have a Shades Inside podcast.
Yeah.
Man, it's been a long. No, last night wasn't that long. For me, that was my first
So you
time
started drinking
crashing
early,
in person.
What does that mean?
like ready to fall
Tired.
asleep, tired.
Oh.
in person.
I'm getting to that point where I don't care where I'm at.
You just fall asleep in public and shit?
Yeah.
Oh, no.
Because the worst thing
No.
ever is me getting put onto dark sunglasses. That's the worst shit ever.
So you be weekend at Bernie's?
Yeah.
Definitely. I don't even care. I ain't even
Who's
tripping.
running this program?
You be Joe Biden.
I'll put my goddamn glasses on, find me a corner.
Are you liking comments?
Mhm.
No, I'm trying to find
Catch
it.
you slipping.
It's oh,
think it was on
Facebook.
Facebook.
Out the home
That's why I
slipping
stood
last
out
night.
because we don't really be pushing on Facebook like
Sure.
that.
Yeah, not really.
And so it was just, I'm like,
Now you making Facebook comments, you really are a loser because that's a dead platform.
exactly.
You fucking clown. You bum. You stupid ass bitch. Okay. I'm sorry.
So
I'm sure you're a really nice person at your job at Walmart.
Jesus. Which is really crazy because regular people don't work at Walmart.
Yeah. Who works at Walmart?
Special needs adults.
Oh
That's
my
not-
What are you talking about?
The homie.
The people who be stacking, who stock the aisles is not special needs people.
What?
These are young people.
All
Yes,
be
bro.
they be all fresh from the
homie is-
Special Olympics.
The homie is the
What are you
supervisor at Walmart.
Yeah, he
Talking
is.
about.
Ooh,
That was
homie.
there last
What are
night.
you
That was there last night.
is he?
See how you.
Yes.
Oh shit! I didn't know.
Wow.
That.
See
I
how
thought
you,
they all. You be kind of.
no,
You know what I'm
see
saying?
how he
No.
legit. See how he do. He says you was special. He said you was special needs. You ain't know what you was saying.
I haven't ran into too many regular.
Yeah, it's regular people that work at Walmart. Man.
That's crazy.
It's like the most
like
regular
their
people
second
job in the
job,
world.
though.
It's like the most.
Classification.
It's like the most regular ass job that people work.
Yeah.
Oh,
5 years from now, where do you see yourself? Personally
God.
and professionally.
Jesus.
they did.
Married to a rich white man and not working. I'm sick of it.
Hey, bro, what a milk at, man? Right there. That's just maybe it's mine then, which is even fucked up more.
You don't even be at Walmart like that.
Yeah. When I went to Walmart,
Wait. Oh, I know your Walmart.
yeah,
Your Walmart.
maybe it's my Walmart.
No, it's
I know what
not.
Walmart
No,
you're
it's
talking
not.
about. It's that Walmart.
I be in there, man. There's some cool people in there. Man.
Which Walmart is this?
That's why they start putting buttons on the shit, so they ain't gotta talk to nobody no more. Too much
You gotta
bullying.
call somebody for
That's because y'all steal. That's why. That's not for that. It's for
Y'all,
Yeah.
I own my home. That brings down my
the
prices.
buttons is for people that steal. They lock it all
Shout
up.
out to the boosters out there. Cause the boosters be the.
They be the plug. No.
If you drive on the east side, you will see them on the corner selling detergent.
The
and shit.
big Tide.
Yeah,
the
yeah.
big Tide too.
All right.
Yeah.
It's not even us no more.
We got.
Yes.
Hey, them
Oh,
things expensive.
If you got a plug on the game pod,
Let me
please
know.
Let me know.
They be
They be on the side. No, he's not lying. They're like
dead
on
ass.
the street.
They be on the corner of the street, big ass,
for sale.
long ass table. It ain't fruit no more.
They popping up like the fruit stand.
Yeah. See, we in the trenches.
Anyway, in 5 years, I see. I gotta go. What's gonna be 5 years from now? 2030?
Yeah.
Shit, we might be all dead, man.
But
The planet hates us. We might not even make it.
That's a
Yeah.
fact.
Hopefully alive. I can say. Can I just say that? Hopefully alive and,
I see you in
and
5
still
years.
doing comedy
I've seen you in 5 years.
at the crossroads.
Uncle Charles.
I see you. I know what hell looks like, man. So I'm enjoying.
It's
this
here.
motherfucker.
We're on it.
I know what hell look like, man. So I'm enjoying it.
They're making real grass illegal. You can't have real grass anymore.
Shit, shout out to my SA homies.
They was
Keep
like,
it alive, baby.
it's a drought. You can't water the grass, so we're gonna put up turf now.
You can water your
They're
grass.
pulling
Certain-
up the
you have
grass at
certain
my
days
job.
that you can.
No,
Oh no!
No.
In
5 years, you can't have
non-functional,
grass.
You can't. So if it's non-functional, yeah, you can't.
what is
have
functional
it.
grass?
It's like if it's not being used. So
It's the grass you go on there and like fucking.
So if it's
wet
just
them
there for
fans and-
decoration, if it's just out there, nobody's playing on it, or it's just there, they do have to replace it with like rocks and plants and stuff. Don't ask me how I know, but yeah.
functional grass.
We're in the fucking desert, man.
We used to have grass.
We used to have grass.
We used to. You grew up out here. We used to have grass.
I thought it was a
And
way to
trees and fruit.
deter
Yes.
like
The
homeless
only
people,
places
but
I
it's
seen
not.
amazing grass at
We
is
didn't say
in the
amazing now.
projects.
We didn't say
Amazing
amazing
grass.
grass. We just said we used to have grass.
Amazing
Slow
grass was
down.
in the projects. The projects had great grass.
City View always had good grass.
I went to City View.
He's
God,
out
like
there.
that.
The
You didn't go to
park.
City View Park?
No, not like that. I've been to City View maybe once or twice.
Oh, that's crazy.
Shanna.
Shauna.
Fuck it. Shauna.
Just disrespectful.
Shanna Christmas with apostrophe.
Wow.
I appreciate you, and I do hope wholeheartedly that you get some kind of justice.
Oh, that's what I got. That's it. There's no
Oh.
more.
It's-
Now it's street justice.
Ooh.
Just kidding. Thank you guys. This was
Hey man, thank you.
fun. Enjoy the rest of your day.
Absolutely.
Bye, Poppy Grande.
See you later.
Ooh, look at him. Look at him. He's shaking his knees.
You gotta rub the wishing well.
I would never.
Good luck.
I would never
Hey, it's getting
violate.
soft, bros. What you doing?
Hey, man.
Is soft good or bad?
No, that motherfucker's hard for a minute.
Why? He's
Whoa.
constipated.
Come on.
Probably,
Oh, dog.
probably hell.
Probably.
Go ahead and turn the dick at night, man.
Okay.
It's like a pocket.
Oh Lord.
Okay.
Roll up in there.
I'm leaving.
Uh,
Thank you guys very much.
Hey, thank you.
Watch the special on Tuesday or whatever
I was
comes
gonna
out.
ask when is the
On
special
all
coming out?
platforms, audio.
Highly Intelligence is going to be on YouTube on May 20th, 5 p.m. Pacific time, maybe sooner. I'm crazy.
When is it on audio platforms?
Friday, the 23rd.
Is it only on YouTube and audio platform?
Yeah.
Okay.
It might be on Amazon, but it's not approved yet. But once that comes up, fine. But I prefer YouTube.
I'll shoot you my
Nobody's
review.
watching fucking TV anymore.
I'll shoot you my review. I'm gonna listen to it at work.
I don't care.
All right. You have a good one.
Bye.
Thank you.
She is very tall. I've always said I'm very, very open. How long we been doing this, Noin? Okay. I've been in these situations, man, where motherfuckers choose sides on a situation they know nothing about. Now, with her situation, nigga went to jail, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. I was rolling with her until she said another nigga said, I brought him to my house and then he on top of my girl. Like, okay, what the fuck is that? Like,
That's why I'm at. Like, is he?
that's some
physically-
bitch ass
that's why I-
nigga
that's
shit.
why I wanna know, is he
Not even.
physically
I'm not even.
opposed?
I'm not even talking about him. The nigga that said it. That's
Yeah,
crazy.
That's crazy.
Insane.
For you even let the nigga like leave the house.
Right.
What?
Untouched.
Boy, you crazy, motherfucker.
That's why. That's the only thing that could possibly justify it. Like that situation. Fuck no. Like one of us gotta go. But just in general, like you saying, he's still allowed into these spaces, even though people know that this happened. Like you're showing them evidence that this happened. Like is he a physically imposing person? Because what would
Yeah.
prevent people from? You know what I'm saying? What is allowing people to continue to let him in to these spaces?
And I'm speaking for like, you know, like as a father, a husband, commentator, whatever the fuck you want. The nigga from the like I'm watching from the window, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I'm speaking for like all four of these things, and I know how it feels to be in a situation where one of yours got taken advantage of.
Mm-hmm.
And I've also been in a situation where I've seen where a lot of people was down for somebody for a situation and then they come out looking like complete assholes.
That's true too.
You know what I'm saying? So it ain't the It ain't the fact that part of protecting women is being able to be in a safe space to hold them accountable. We can't just have a bunch of stories like flying out there. That was the reason the Me Too movement go down. Because now all of a sudden a nigga is sexually assaulting you because you don't like him. You know what I'm saying? So now that is when she, you know, and it's crazy that this is the reason she felt like I wasn't quote unquote protecting her. But at this point, I'm speaking in generalizations. How do we get from believe all women to now people are being reserved about jumping out there in the street when it comes to situations? Nobody want to talk about the middle area, the gray area. There's a reason we got here. Too many people was looking like assholes because they wanted to jump in front of the bus every single fucking time something happened. It is really okay. We are an adult. It is okay to be like, I will wait and see. Now, there are certain situations that are so fucking bad, and you get all the facts right in front of you, that, okay, this is some bitch-ass nigga shit. And then you have certain situations where I've done it. Jumped in front of the bus for some women I roll with, and you look stupid. And I've also been in a situation where niggas chose sides, didn't know what was going on. And now you want to come back over here because you realize what you thought it wasn't what it was. A bunch of things can be true at once.
That's true. I think a lot of, also, you know, there have been situations where, you know, people, and I'm going to just say victims, or put themselves out there as a victim, and then it comes back that it wasn't true. You know, like, people take advantage of, like, the fact that usually you are going to believe the person that comes out and says, this happened to me wholeheartedly. But then when it comes out later on that they were lying, like that, like, we could just flat out say that some people really have been liars, and then it does take away from the real victims.
I say this that all the fucking time, right? But it was just interesting to me, just on some psychology shit, that me and her didn't know each other like that. Mm-hmm. And she immediately felt, because I just didn't jump there, that somehow I don't protect mine. You fucking kidding me? Like, this come out your mouth.
I don't think that's what she was saying. I don't think she was saying that you don't protect
she
yours.
just said if the nigga come around, what she said, if the nigga come around me, you be... You don't know me, nigga.
No.
The fuck you mean?
I don't think that's what she meant. No.
I don't think
that's what she was saying. I think that was your interpretation, but that's not what she was saying.
She kind of seemed like, you know, you wouldn't necessarily, like, you kind of have reservations, like whether you believed her or not. Like,
I'm not no pandering ass nigga. I'm sorry. I'm not SO. I'm not my wife. I'm not Ivan. I'm not Skinny. I'm gonna ask the fucking question. If you in front of me, I'm not gonna wait till you walk out the door and then be like, you know,
what I do?
I don't know.
Right? That's what I'm like, what is happening?
What I do, nigga?
I mean, you know, Ivan asked, in my opinion, Ivan asked the question, but it was real, like, you know, I watched the special and I didn't get the timeline right, and I'm just like,
how was I supposed to ask it?
I'm
like,
just
nah,
like,
bitch, you said this, but then the motherfucker. How was I supposed to ask the question, nigga?
Yeah. I know. I'm saying, like, you ask the question and then I come back and say, well, can you see why the group that you may be into it with having their reservations? And somehow,
so then that kind of goes back to the.
I'm sorry.
No, you good. So that kind of goes back.
I don't know her situation, and I'm hoping from what we heard here that she gets the justice that she deserved. And if it's anybody in that universe that knew what was going on and still deciding to be in that situation, them are bitch ass niggas. It's that fucking simple. So that simple.
We go to the lines of believe all.
This ain't about belief.
No, we go believe all women to protect black women. How do you protect black women that don't have men around them to protect them?
Somehow protect black women meant believe everything black women said, no matter what. And if you don't like women. And that is the most childish fucking statement I've ever fucking heard. Because it's only a shot at straight men. Why the fuck do these gay ass black dudes that like to cosplay black women got so much to say? And it's to respect it. But when we have something or some reservations, is we don't like women. But they like women because they want to be like y'all? Come on, man. I seen a lot of gay ass dudes out there. And I'm sorry for my gay brothers that listen to the show. But I know a lot of niggas out there that has something to say about the Diddy and the Cassie situation. But when a straight man come, it's he don't like women. No. And it be, you know what? It be the bitch ass niggas that get on the internet that be cosplaying, protecting black women, be the ones doing the fuck shit. It be them niggas.
Really do,
it be them niggas, man. Y'all on the internet protect black women. I love black women. It ain't nothing like black women. It be you niggas. That shit sounds good on the internet. And when you see these niggas in real life, they be the most bitch ass niggas that you know. No different than preachers to me. And I'm being honest. Yeah. I hate it. I hate it.
I love black women.
We know how. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. But I hate that shit. Because women like that shit, man. Women like that's why I like the psychology and shit. Because I'm here sitting there, I'm having a conversation with this sister over here. And because I'm asking questions, genuine questions, she think I'm a bitch ass nigga. But it's the nigga.
I don't think she said that.
But nah, she gave me you a bitch ass nigga vibes. It was cool.
Nah.
I didn't say.
I was with that statement.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's how I see it.
But if it was a nigga that was crawling up under her, that could be the predator, she wouldn't know the difference. She wouldn't know the difference. It's a you problem, sis.
Nice.
That's it. I deal in reality, man. I don't deal on the internet. I don't deal with all of this shit. It's real fucking predators out there.
That's a fact.
It's real fucking predators out there, man. I deal in reality. I don't deal on the fucking internet for no likes and all that shit. I deal in real fucking life. And there's real fucking predators out there. And a lot of them niggas are built like the niggas that women actually like. That's a problem.
So you think our community don't handle predators like other communities handle their predators? Outside of the justice system?
I don't think we are any different as a community. I mean, certain communities maybe, but as a whole, you think white people be sacrificing their predators? You think Asians sacrifice their predators? Where do you hear that at?
They kill them.
No, that's
They kill them. In Africa, they stone them. It happens.
Do they?
talking
In
about
Af-
here though.
In
here?
Africa, they circumcise the women. Like how?
Yeah, they mutilate the
Um,
women's sexual organs and stuff.
So I wouldn't hold them in no high regard in that stance either. Like how are you protecting women from the?
it's the same. It's like the same.
And I think we should also just stop saying women because it's not only women that are victims of sexual assault.
That's a fact.
Well, right now
keep
we
saying
got
women,
right now
like
because right now
it's-
we got three. I think we got like three like real like cases of women going on right now like simultaneously. So a lot of this talk. You got the DDG situation, you got the Diddy situation, you got the Meg situation again, and then we just had the sister up here. A lot of the talk is about women and what they're going through right now. But it's just like, nobody can ask questions. Nobody can ask questions. You know what I mean? Like,
I think the thing is when you ask questions, people look at that as you're not believing them. And when you ask more questions just for clarity, they'll take that as defense. Like, you don't believe me. It's not that. It's, I'm just,
Black women
they go that whole rhetoric route.
to women are above.
Women can't lie.
so why can't I ask you, but the police can? Because when the police do it, you got to get a whole fucking story. Why can't I ask then? But the police can? What's justice? I mean, then that goes to the question, what's justice for you? What justice do you want? Is it justice or do you want empathy or sympathy?
That's a real thing.
Either way, you're going to have to tell your story.
What's your thoughts on the Diddy case?
Mine is I feel sorry for all of them, and I look at it. In hindsight, not even hindsight.
We only in week one.
I look at the bigger. I look at the bigger picture, right? It didn't come out. It already came out that overall Cassie has got about 30 million, 20 million from Diddy, 10 million from the hotel. So both of those deals. So she was already paid, right? So I feel like the feds wanted her to take the stand, not the other way around. I feel like this was a Fed case that is simultaneously ruining them both because unfortunately, I hope to God Cassie only wants to be a mother at this point in time because her career is all but over. And Diddy's too.
Can we be honest though? Like, she was never really a strong vocalist.
Man, we ain't
like,
gonna do
she
that. I know
wasn't
shooters
gonna
that
be
know
like,
me
I
and
don't
you,
even
baby.
remember her songs.
just
got
me and you is that's it.
What's that one? She had some joints with Ryan Leslie. I didn't know.
She was
Long way to go.
That's it. That's the list.
I'm
Those are the
addicted
two.
to you.
Oh yeah.
yeah. That was.
I didn't know
Ryan
they
Leslie.
was. I didn't know that Diddy had like snatched her from her.
That was Ryan Leslie.
But okay, so going back to
But-
my point. Going back
okay,
to my
I'm
point
sorry.
though. Unless she, no, even if she wanted to, even
she
if,
was never gonna be a mega star. I'm just.
Never.
10
she
album deals, she only had
wasn't.
one album.
but okay, but she was getting a bunch of brands and all that shit. All that shit is done, donezo. Wrap it up,
I can see that.
right? Diddy's career over. But do you know who is about to get a whole bunch of fucking promotions off of this fucking case? Every lawyer involved.
Yeah.
Mhm.
This is they OJ.
Mhm.
So, man, it's gonna be a lot of motherfucking. So regardless of what was going on, all these niggas seen.
Diddy lawyer for sure. Whoever that lady is, her profile went through.
Oh no, her dad is already the man though. Mark Garagos, he the man.
Oh, and Mark Garagos their dad.
Yeah, her last
I
name
know that.
Garagos. Yeah, and
I'm
he
talking
got
about her profile.
and he
though.
got one of top dog lawyers, top dog law.
Oh,
Dude,
God.
Shut up.
Does he
Word,
really?
word is one. Yeah. So, yeah.
Oh,
Oh,
shit, we
Lord,
might
I
get a new
don't
album.
know.
But even on the
about to
Netflix
get-
special around this motherfucker.
even though on the prosecution side though, I don't know their names, but these are cases that build up their profile. This is like they
Absolutely.
OJ.
Absolutely.
So we gonna humiliate y'all, but in terms of how this looks on my resume, it's gonna be amazing. We didn't need to know all this shit about their sex life.
Real talk.
Especially in,
But
in
this is
front
just
of
we-
his kids too. Like,
But I don't.
that's-
I think on one of
crazy.
them 3 charges he got, one will stick, and I think the one that stick is the
The gun.
coercion. What is it? The RICO one.
I think that's the one that's gonna draw.
No, because once she said that the video, we were always wondering. I jumped on it too. Well, why they keep fucking showing this video? This is not a domestic situation.
It's programming.
Until she said,
Mhm.
I was running from a freak off.
Mm.
I was running from a freak off. Okay, well, where did y'all do these freak offs at? Turks, Vegas. So now they're putting Cassie in a situation where Cassie, this case, Diddy goes jail for a long, long time if the prosecution can prove that Diddy was using her as a sex worker. That's why at the end of it, Cassie was like, I felt like a sex worker. That shit didn't come out of nowhere.
Mm-hmm.
So Diddy's lawyers and them are trying to say that, no, this was a relationship. And she consented in these things.
And in some cases, she was the.
Yeah, but the
She's
moment
a participant.
the moment you say no, consent is gone.
Yeah.
So that's law.
Well, yeah.
So I think that's the one. I think that's the one that's going to stick. But I don't think that's the one that could give him life. But Diddy ain't getting out, in my opinion.
You don't think he's getting out?
No,
Mm.
nah, because they already kind of proved it. In honesty,
Well, it's only
because we was wondering why the fuck they keep showing this goddamn video or beating him. This is not a fucking domestic case. And then she says they were in the middle of a freak off and she wanted to get somewhere.
Like a war
Yeah,
ceremony.
you got to show the visual to paint the picture of who Diddy is as a person. So they just programmed us to watch it over and over again to normalize. Because it's an 8-week trial, so this is only the first week. They're just doing
Yeah.
a character build
And
up.
then she named all the
show their villain.
people that she felt like was involved in and that was doing some
Mhm.
things. So there's what they call that shit. That's the RICO right there with the
Racketeering.
racketeering. That's the business. She was
The RICO is because they're trying to get them for sex trafficking by
Using the
way of
company.
using this company.
Right.
yeah,
So
and they were
sex
saying
trafficking
yeah.
charge brought about
The RICO.
And they were saying like they were using, I don't know if the lady knew or not, but they were saying like they were flying the escorts out by using the business and just saying that
Mhm.
they were scouting talent.
Mhm.
So I don't know if he's going to. He's going to beat some of it, but I don't think he's going to beat all of it. And like you said, this was the first. But I do think this was their star witness. So, in my opinion, I don't think it's going to get worse than this. And if you take away all the fucking,
This week one, baby.
if you take away all, but she's pregnant too. Which now there are going to be some. Don't get me wrong. He has already a 99%. Even if he's convicted, he has a 99% chance of appeal. And that's because there is no way you bring this pregnant motherfucker on the stand and then tell me to rush to answer my questions. I only got what the fucking judge told him? You only got like an hour and a half to ask questions. We got to wrap this up. We got to get her out of here by the weekend.
They got
This is the
Diamond
star fucking witness.
They got Diamond Shard on the.
Yeah, but this is Cassie was the star witness though.
I think Diamond.
So I think they've heard the worst of it. It's just we are so taken aback by all the sex talk.
That's not really what.
The case is about.
Yeah.
It's like if it was a trial of what he did to Cassie, cool.
Yeah.
But that's not what he's on trial for.
Right.
She was, I mean.
Do you think that that's going to hurt the case for like the DA and everything because she did go first? So
I mean,
like,
as a father, Cassie was 100% groomed. And this is the conversations we have where there's been some pushback on me where like I need my girls to know themselves.
Yes.
Until you run into a nigga. Because at some point you're going to run into a nigga that's going to turn you out and your parents can't do nothing. This is that situation in its entirety. Even if she wanted to go, she couldn't. She was stuck. She was turned out. He turned her out. She even said, like, I didn't even know how to give head. I didn't even know how to give head. He turned her out completely. Going from one nigga to one nigga in the next, that's nothing compared to not knowing yourself so much that I done turned you out. Speaking to wifey's point, what she said to you, Noise, she was never gonna be a superstar. So what did he do? Go get her titties done. Go get her teeth done. I'm gonna put you in the booth.
Put her in
with
the
Ross.
build a bitch up program.
He was never gonna put nothing up.
Yeah, I get your titties done. I get your teeth done. I give you the model look. I'm putting you in the studio with Nicki Minaj, Rick Ross, Lil Wayne. I'm making you feel like you can be there. Now I give you a little taste of it. You not going nowhere. That's what it was. Now, on a defense end, in my opinion, hey, he left you. He left the freak offs to go with his baby moms.
Mm-hmm.
You was actively fucking on other men. You told him you missed him down the line when he congratulating you on getting pregnant.
Damn, in front of her husband too. See that shit.
Like, he was your trainer. Like, he's the trainer. I didn't know he was the trainer that Diddy provided for her to get her in shape. For said career that she thought she was going to have. Like, so you got Don, but then I think at some point the husband got to be going to be on the stand too. So they're going to be like, well, you was sending threatening text messages and all this shit too, even though, in my opinion, you had to know Diddy was finished because going off of just what we heard, nigga, if Diddy was outside, there's no way you would be. So, I don't know, man.
You think he was?
It's fascinating.
You think he was gaming up Carisha to do the same thing to her?
Nah, Carisha a little more seasoned.
I ain't gonna lie. I'm not gonna lie to you. I'm very interested to see if her name is gonna pop up at all because I didn't know. So Diddy was cheating on Cassie with Kim and Gina, And Gina and Carisha was the ones that kept getting to it on the internet.
Who was Gina?
That's
The
the one that
black
her and
mama.
Carisha, they kept getting to it on the internet.
The little Asian baby mama.
And Carisha was like, nigga, if Diddy wants something done, some shit she was saying or alluding to, and now it's just like all this shit coming full circle. My only thing is, fuck the case. If this is the real fucking Diddy if this is the real Diddy, right?
Mhm.
I'm looking at that Tupac shit way differently. I'm looking at it way differently. Them niggas was not innocent at all.
Who wasn't innocent?
Because in terms of the
I
quote
can call
unquote
shots.
East Coast West Coast beef, it always felt like it was just Pac like almost like trying to bully these niggas, and they just like the innocent ones.
Oh, you felt like Bad Boy was the innocent.
Yeah, or that was the picture given off,
Yeah.
and I was like, oh no, it can't be that nigga that y'all. You know what I'm saying?
The real was moving silence though.
I heard his pops was really like that though. His
Who,
pops was like
Yeah.
that.
Mhm.
Dad was like,
Hell yeah.
So, yeah.
Yeah, his dad.
That's even more reason Pac thought that.
His dad was killed before he was born, though. From my understanding of the story.
Still like that.
That's
Still
even
do
more
that.
reason that Pac thought that it had something to do with him getting shot in New York.
Yeah, DNA is crazy.
But
Mm.
what you think of? What y'all think of it?
I think it's just some. Besides the freak shit, that's just a level of freakiness. But my pay grade.
Come on the nipples.
I'm not fucking with none of
Come
that
on the
shit.
nipples. It's crazy.
That is just that fucked me up. Like, why?
And I can't. You know what? I gotta go back. The Shanna shit is bothering me.
The what?
Shauna.
Shauna. You
keep saying her
get
name wrong.
right.
It's just Shanna feels weird. I mean, realer.
No.
No, man, you
You
can't,
can't
just
change
do
somebody's
that.
name. What are you talking about?
I like that, but you know, grandmas fuck up names all the time.
Mm-mm.
Nigga.
Not necessarily. To go out and put a special together, and I hope like that's not all that comes of it.
No, it's towards the end. It's a bunch of jokes before that last like 5 minutes.
But I
maybe.
just hope that's
No,
not
that
the
was
part
longer-
that.
that was longer than 5. That was like the last 10, 15 minutes of the special. Like the last 10, 15 minutes of the special was about that situation.
I hope that's not all comes of it. That's all I'm saying.
the public will see when it's released.
And then
Yeah.
see Tory in the petition. It's a lot. You got a lot of names on there, man. There's a lot of big names on that joint. The free.
Why Tory didn't say he didn't do it from the get go? Why didn't he just snitch?
Yeah, he crazy.
I didn't think he thought he was going to prison.
But to go take it that far, to go to court, everything, like, hey, I'm not your guy.
Just in terms of evidence, I didn't think he thought he was going to prison. I think he was very, very confident that the evidence itself, without him saying nothing, would keep him out of prison. That's the only
he
credit.
didn't want to be a rat.
Yeah.
Fuck
that's
that.
a stupid situation.
Yeah.
Apply that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And that's around the time with the gun and shit and all that shit.
Fuck
Yeah.
that. I'm
He
telling
probably felt like, because the DNA evidence precludes me from committing this crime. Why am I
So
being
it's
locked
like,
up?
what do I need to tell for if
y'all.
I literally ain't do this shit?
Right.
The evidence.
The evidence
says
was
I
there.
didn't do this shit.
Yeah. It's tough, man. It's tough. And
What was-
I'm here for it though. In reality, I'm here for it. And my thing is the way we are headed in life, we are going to get more and more people like wait and see. I'm gonna wait and see because too often get into situations where this situation looks, it ain't no protect black women if it's two black women fighting and one tries to shoot the other. We not even gonna hear protect black women in that situation. It's just two bitches going at it. Because a black man was included in it.
Black man took the fall.
But if it's just them two, it's two bitches going on.
Black women was protected. Black man took the fall for the shit.
And then we want it.
Oh, that's a
Black
bar
woman
right
was
there. A
protected.
black man protected black
But that's the
woman by taking
crazy
her
though.
prison time.
It's always protect black women. Them bitches don't even like each other.
Them bitches.
Them bitches is crazy.
Not like that, but like I'm sorry, but like you put a bunch of black, you put
Do it.
5 black women can't even go on vacation together.
And come back not liking each other.
I think it's just Miami. It's something about Miami.
Man, you put them, you
They
put
gotta
them,
go to like St. Louis. I tell you, they gotta go to like St. Louis or Chicago or Detroit. You gotta take them somewhere where their survival instincts gotta kick in.
Houston.
Like when you on South Beach, you just out there partying. Like that's gonna fuck shit
a
up.
fucking
If you go to St.
vacation.
Louis, if you go to East St. Louis, that's gonna bring your group together. Cause it's like, bitch, we gotta stick together. We are all we got. That's what they got started vacation at East St. Louis.
Vacation, workplace, church.
Oh,
Black women don't get along nowhere.
Get along at brunch.
And then you got the pandering niggas that misogyny. Get the fuck out. I'm so tired of that fucking word.
What?
Misogyny.
Misogyny.
I ain't never heard that word in person.
Are you?
Misogyny.
Which-
you gotta use
Which one do you hate more, misogyny or patriarchy?
I heard the
Oh
no, I
God.
heard the what's it, the misogynor.
What?
The fuck is
That's a weird word.
yeah, when niggas put misogynor or some shit. They put it be N-O-R, misogyny and N-O. What the
Noir?
Yeah, noir.
exactly?
Mhm.
My God. My fucking God, bro, all these fucking internet words. I ain't never heard none of these words in person,
You
man.
gotta get off the internet.
You really do.
You gotta get off the
You really
internet.
do.
That's
I know all the facts before I go ahead.
But I
Like
mean,
an
honestly,
adult. Like a fucking adult.
Maybe
Yeah,
I
real
just
time.
want to know.
but
Like
it,
a fucking
but
adult.
when you think
So I can
about
go
it,
here with my chest big.
but
you
it's
know?
never been that way. It's never been that way. People always, pick sides before knowing all of the facts, and that's just where.
No,
that's
niggas
just
like
where
them.
it's
Niggas like them.
been.
Niggas like them likes and them retweets and them loves and what the fuck are you talking about?
And it's always toxic masculinity. Why is it always toxic?
I don't even.
And we don't ever talk
recognize-
about
I
toxic.
don't even recognize
It's
that.
femininity. Like that's never been the word. And what's the other word they use? What's the other psychology word they use when you're like self-centered and you're a man?
Narcissist.
Narcissist. Yeah. Oh my God.
Oh my
The
God.
use of that fucking word.
I think they stopped using that one.
No.
Everybody's
No.
narcissist.
Alive and well.
It's there. It's there.
Thriving. That word is
Narcissist.
thriving.
Oh, God.
It's not as common as it was. So everybody was a
Shit.
narcissist a year ago.
Narcissist is live and thriving.
I hate when a
on
nigga
social
retweet
media.
me and like, this is rooted in bitch ass niggas. Shut up.
Right.
This is rooted in misogyny. Get the fuck out.
That's what it come to, man.
Yeah. you
But it
just-
be that. But people don't be realizing there's consequences to everything, and it be shit like this that get women in shit like this, and niggas don't be. None of my business. None of my business. None of my business.
Black fatigue, man. That's a real thing.
But I don't know. I think like in her case, from what she expressed, before she left, these are actual people that were in her circle.
Yeah.
So this would be like, in our case, I'm your wife,
Mhm.
and or just not even your wife. I'm your friend. You know that
You
we
my
go
wife,
out.
nigga.
I'm just saying, man. I'm just trying to. Because it's
Get
different.
It out.
So
You
like.
gotta be all fucking.
We're all in the same circle.
Clean.
No, not trying to be clean, but I'm saying we're all in the same circle. And you guys know for a fact that he did this to me, and you did not protect me in
But-
this case. Like
Yeah.
you see here where he admitted to doing whatever,
Mhm.
to assaulting her.
Yes.
And you did not stand up for me, and you actually know me. We're actually in the same
Yeah.
And I still
circle,
do business with
and
you.
I still do business
Okay.
with you. That's
Yeah.
what-
Okay, let me.
That's what she
That's why I
said.
was telling her that if I was in their universe, it'd be different, right?
Yeah.
But if I'm not in your universe, and I go up to him, I'm Nipsey Hussle. You don't walk up to. You don't get into nobody's business. Why is Nipsey asking this? I heard you was snitching. Nigga, this ain't none of your business, partner.
Well, I mean, if we from the set,
Nigga, I know a bunch of niggas from the set that ain't close like that. We just all from the same set. That don't mean we close. And if you ain't got no fucking paperwork to say I'm nigga, it's a problem. So if I'm in your if we have a situation that like, okay, I'm gonna put it in realistic terms. I'm not gonna use names, but we all know a certain quote unquote bitch ass nigga out there, right? Whatever you decide to do, hold up.
Bitch ass nigga.
All right,
we
I
know-
know where
we
you
know-
going.
we know-
I
we know
know
where
I
I'm
know where
going.
you
I know where
going.
I'm going.
That's why
We know one out there.
Okay.
Whatever you decide to do is on you. But the moment you are in my universe around mine, we got to have a conversation. That's just what it is. If I can't I'm not putting on my cape for I'm not Superman, bro. I'm not putting on my cape for everybody.
You got to protect those under your roof and everybody you close to. That's
my
all you can control.
That's my universe.
That's your universe.
Everybody else, I heard.
Get it how you live on your own.
I heard.
You're not even in the universe to come across this dude probably to even say anything to him.
Exactly.
It's a difference there. I can understand if you were a comedian and you go in the mic.
But I think she's speaking to the comedians. Like,
That's the thing.
Even if I'm okay.
Comedian, I get it because that's like a musician doing the same shit, and now you like a drummer do some shit. And I'm at a gig with him, and you want to come behind and play my fucking drum. Get your ass nigga. Okay, Noise. Okay, Noise. Let me ask you then. Okay. Say I'm an artist. Don't know this man from a can of paint, but say I'm an artist. I'm working on a song. I need this song done. In comes R. Kelly. Do you or do you not make that song based on what you heard about him?
I pass.
I'm good.
Okay.
And that.
No, I went.
Different one.
No, I went. No, I did that on purpose. I wanted to go extremely extreme. I want to go extremely extreme first.
Okay.
Okay. You are an artist. You want a feature on your song. Walks in Chris Brown.
Yeah,
I'll do it.
Chris has gone out of his way to showcase that he has made amends with the victim of that.
Okay.
So what do I need to keep pressing?
Okay. You doing a song. You doing a song. You want a feature on your song. In comes Michael Jackson.
Michael Jackson was cleared by the FBI.
Like, he's never got charged.
He's cleared by the FBI.
Yeah.
I'm not. Who am I? Who am I?
Turn the DAT machine on, because Mike was cleared, baby.
Yeah, no,
He was found innocent.
Turn the DAT machine on, baby. We good.
And even before the case that I'm old enough to remember, he was like, it was proven that them kids' parents would like put them up to that shit.
Coaching them.
So
He wasn't found guilty in the court of law.
With Mike, I'm still
Okay.
turn the board
Turn on the DAT machine, baby.
You engineering
Mhm.
a song. You doing a cover song.
Okay.
Walks in Elvis.
Okay. What about him?
Call the police. Get this white man out of here. Get this white devil out of my studio. Come get him.
He done married this underage
Come get
girl.
this
Okay, all right.
Come get this white dude.
Last one.
I might not fuck with
I would
Elvis.
probably turn that down just because of like this. That's just weird. Like
Yeah.
same thing with like Jerry Lee Lewis. Like I wouldn't
Mm.
like nah, bro, you weird.
Okay.
That's straight.
Last
It's against
one.
morals.
Like it's less about the music and more about like
Morals and
that
principles.
shit.
Yeah.
Okay, last one. Record label calls you up and says, Diddy wants to send a session with you.
No.
Nah,
I'm good.
I'm cool.
Nah.
I'm cool. But can I be frank with you? That's been that way since I was a kid. I know his.
We've
old
all heard the
music
stories.
record. I know different. I know Slam. Slam is from Detroit. Like so, I've kind of.
You hear stories.
Yeah.
I think a lot, in certain, just like the Meg Thee Stallion case, the silence is very loud.
Oh,
But
yeah.
this
What's gonna happen
this is a
they-
weird silence though. This is a weird silence though. Like, I think a lot of motherfuckers was included in these parties. You ain't even hearing niggas come out against him.
Nigga ain't got no friends but Kanye.
We on one of them tapes.
Yeah, I mean, this is like with Tory. At least with Tory, it was motherfuckers coming out.
Right.
This is like it's complete silence for or against. No one is talking.
Because everybody's gonna act like they ain't want to go to the Diddy parties. Everybody want to be at the
They
Diddy
was
party.
going.
Now all of a sudden, when nobody there, ain't nobody said nothing about it.
This is like
Everybody was at a Diddy
That was
party.
that was it.
That was the thing.
Before you knew he was this ultra mega predator, Diddy was the guy. We're not gonna act like Diddy. Diddy was the guy. He's a tastemaker.
quote
in the
unquote. I heard
industry. He's a
Jamie
giant.
Foxx was a little bit more wilder, but
It's a lot more. It's a lot more dick in there.
I heard Jamie's when it comes to California,
Yeah,
Jamie's parties
it's a
went
lot-
up.
It's a lot
They
more.
was- they
It's a
was-
lot more dick in Jamie's
But I'm-
parties,
but
from
the-
my understanding.
It's just
We gonna keep saying it.
yeah. I mean, shit. If you want, cum on your nipples, I mean, that's the yellow brick road to gate 'em. It's like right there.
Oh no, he's a cut. He's for sure a cut. Like he's a cut. Like reading this shit.
Extreme.
Yeah, absolutely. This looks like the shit I used to see at the Green Door. Like, oh, you want to?
Okay. Do you believe he loved her?
No, he pimped her.
I think he loved her.
He pimped her out.
He was.
and she was a trophy piece.
She said he was turning her out like she was his girlfriend. Like
Well,
they.
everybody
to the
thought.
To the
yeah.
public, yeah.
Well, I mean,
Yeah.
no, it's like they knew like you touch her, it's a problem.
Yeah.
It's been like that.
I think he loved her.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He had a terrible way of expressing it, but I
He was in
loved
love
her.
with the
I think
power.
he did.
But you can love you can love a possession also.
I think he
like,
loved Kim.
I'm really curious to know like what her unfiltered
Yeah.
story
I mean, we ain't never
was.
find that out, but
I know, but
I'm more interested in Carisha because Carisha comes off as wild.
She had too
but
much
she
to say,
went
though.
like completely silent.
She ain't had
at
too much to
first.
say.
No, she on the internet kicking it. She ain't even.
Yeah, now.
She ain't had too much to say.
No one has, bro. It's been so quiet on both ends. I ain't heard nobody come out and say Diddy is a nasty nigga.
We are on them tapes.
Day 26.
Jaguar White.
Ain't nobody talking about
Jaguar been on
yeah,
it from
Jaguar
day
been
one.
Yeah.
exposing
She's
him.
been since day one.
But nobody like even batted an eye when Q came out and was
What
in
kid
tears. He was like crying, talking about
Oh,
yeah.
Yeah, see that?
He must-
Recently,
might've
he
got poked.
actually they talked about it like recently because you
might've
know
got
they're
poked.
doing a little resurgence, trying to
They keep trying. It don't.
And it
They
was
keep
they
trying,
were saying that
didn't
old girl from Daddy D Kane was supposed to testify, but she's
Who,
not.
Aubrey.
Yeah, she's not anymore.
No, she's been the loudest.
Yeah, she's
Like
not.
since
Cause she was in New York and everything, and she's like, "No, I'm just out here to." I'm
they
just out here.
dismantled. Well, when he dismantled that group, like she.
I've been hearing her speak since the publishing, giving all the publishing. She was the first one on it. Like he ain't doing this for no reason. So it's Don is on the stand now.
Yeah,
She resumes Monday.
which
and then-
that's another one too, because like he took her from that group, and then he had her in Dirty Money, and
yeah.
like
Well, she already. I think she came
heavily
out.
involved in her solo album.
I don't know if he fucked, but he probably did. Because they're saying like we preparing you for.
I think they did. I think
Yeah.
based on what she said previously, I think they did have that kind
But
of relationship.
she said she witnessed Diddy hit Cassie with a skillet.
God damn.
With eggs in it.
I think he swung at her and he missed, and they said she curled up in a fetal position on the ground or something like that.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's not a good.
You know me,
He's not a good person.
How does that bitch assness go unass whooped?
She's like, she was just
sorry.
everybody. They all be
because
like,
he
they
had
all be like,
money.
we're so scared. Even the prostitute was like, man, I'm so scared.
Diddy got anger management problems. Remember when he
Like,
slapped the coach, his son's coach, football coach. He slapped Drake.
Say,
He hit up over. Yeah, I
he
mean,
whooped, they say whooped Cassie ass in front of like Usher and them. Man, I got a
Yes.
industry dinner or something.
You know that. I mean, you know that's how really the beef started between Death Row and Bad Boy. That was how the beef started. It wasn't a Tupac and
no, it's Death Row and Bad Boy.
it was
yeah.
Death Row and Bad Boy. Diddy's security
Yeah,
shot,
Wolf got shot,
Oh,
and
Wolf.
killed.
Yeah,
Yeah, Wolf.
Wolf got-
murdered.
Yeah.
Yeah, murdered.
Okay,
I don't know if it was murdered, but
Wait, what happened?
He was doing security.
they were at a party before. I think
It's
it
in
was
Atlanta.
before Big got big. This is before Big got big.
No, they was still.
Pac
they
wasn't
was,
on. Pac wasn't on Death Row yet.
Pac was in prison.
Pac was in prison during
Yeah,
Because
so-
it's
As I
stated that I think the light skinned one is Wolf's son.
Quincy.
The light skin.
The light-skinned
Yeah.
Oh, not
one,
Quincy. Justin.
Justin,
is-
Oh.
and he looked just like him.
Wolf's son.
That's how it started. No, I feel. Well, I mean, I've always started. You had the situation where was it Kim that let the son? Because there's a picture.
That's
Quincy Jones. I mean Quincy.
Is it Justin?
No, that's
there's a picture
Albie
of one of the
Short's-
kids sitting on Suge's lap.
Yeah,
That might have been Justin. 'Cause I think him and Misa was cool.
Puff and Suge was cool at one point.
They fell out over the
They
bitches
fell out
and
over.
then
No, they fell out over Wolf getting shot,
murdered.
murdered.
So I didn't hear that story. So what's that story?
They
That
were at a
story-
party,
In
got
Atlanta.
into it. That party in Atlanta, they got into it
Death Row and
Bad Boy, yeah.
over the women.
okay.
Puff security guard ended up killing Suge security guard. Later on down the line, Suge bails out Tupac.
Because Tupac got shot. You know about Tupac?
And he thought that Biggie had something to
He
do
thought
with it.
Biggie had something to do with it. In actuality, it was Jimmy Hint.
Yeah, but all in all, there was always it was bigger than just. All in all, it was bigger
Puff
than just.
security killed Suge security.
Yeah. Best friend / security guard.
That ain't flipped. I thought it was the other one.
Security killed Puff security.
No, Wolf
No.
was Suge's security.
No. Wolf was Diddy's security.
Wolf was Diddy's people.
Wolf was Suge's homie. I thought they was friends.
They all knew of each other, but Wolf worked for Diddy.
Yeah, Wolf was Puffy's. He's in the More Money, More Problems video, walking behind Puffy when they walking. Wolf is Puff's bodyguard, or was.
Oh, as the
One of
former.
them that was
Yeah.
involved in that shit that was like ex-cop or some shit.
So Suge's security killed,
yeah, Suge security.
Oh, wow.
Allegedly.
I think
Allegedly.
Wolf.
but it was over the women.
It's
It was over
always
the
over women.
There was a picture of Diddy's son
But is it over?
while they were beefing, because I believe Suge was fucking on Kim.
No.
Was it one? They all got different mamas or something.
Who did?
Was it over Puffy putting
Yeah.
hands on a woman back
There
then?
was a picture. Well, let me see.
I think I want to say that's Justin.
That's a picture of Suge and Puffy. They was
No, there's a picture
acquaintances.
of Suge and Diddy's son, and he's sitting on his lap.
Yeah.
This is why they were beefing, though.
I think that's Justin.
Yeah.
I want to say that's Justin. I think Suge and Misa was cool.
And then you got to think too. Suge started becoming consultants to like Jodeci and Mary J, all them uptown artists. He started
They
becoming.
actually signed to.
They,
Death Row
they signed
Records.
management deals with Death Row.
And they were all on the same, like they were all under the same people.
Yeah, because Puffy used to be A&R for Uptown.
Oh, he wasn't in it. Right there.
Yeah, that looked like Justin.
I don't know who that is. Wait. I don't know. I don't know which one is it. I thought they were all by Kim. I didn't know he had.
Nah, he
Mm-mm.
a couple from
He was rolling.
a couple different ones.
Kim was all right. She wasn't.
He's a model.
She was
Yeah.
gorgeous.
Kim was okay.
Kim
Kim was one of the ones.
that.
Kim was okay. Cassie was like that.
Kim looked like she.
Well, Cassie was in her 20s.
Mm-hmm.
When Kim was in her 20s, she was
I
like that,
felt.
too.
I damn near.
Life good.
I damn near felt bad for the. I damn near felt bad for the prostitute.
The man?
Hell yeah. He said, "Hey man," I just came here. I thought I was dancing. He said, "I thought he thought he was going to a bachelorette party. He was coming to dance."
You just see Diddy there sitting in the
And then
corner
he
with a
said-
mask on, the bro.
With the bandana.
With a bandana on, yeah.
Said Cassie had a masquerade like one of them masquerade masks on, and Diddy was there in the corner with a bandana on.
Mm-hmm.
He didn't say nothing, and then he said once he spoke, he immediately
What-
knew the voice.
Yep. And
So he wasn't coming there to.
he in the background, yeah, take that.
And it was more than
You like that.
It was more than one time, but Cassie did coach him into how to piss on her.
Sex with
crazy.
me while your man masturbate. Was Biggie talking about Puffy then?
You said while your girl masturbate, right? Not your man. Yeah, that'll do it. All right.
This is crazy, man. This is crazy.
That is.
But it takes you all the way back to
That's a
like
good bar.
That is.
it just feels like this.
Context.
Oh no, it was while your man masturbate. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
What?
No, I was
The
the
Biggie,
lyric.
one more
The
shot.
natural
Yeah,
assumption
Biggie.
that her man was masturbating in the room, but I guess now it's.
Yeah.
Sex with me while your
Yeah.
man masturbate.
Yeah.
Isn't
Wait,
this great?
well, what's the name wasn't too far off, but he gone now. So
Who?
We're going to talk
Who's
about
what's her
Big like
name?
that.
how old was Kim back then?
Oh yeah.
Oh, they said Kim
Well,
was
they
16.
was all doing that though. Like Jay-Z with Foxy Brown, although she says nothing
Anna-
was happening, they
Anna
were.
Leah.
Yeah, and Aaliyah.
Anna Leah.
Like, come on now.
Shit.
That's
At least,
just-
Aaliyah lucky it was a plane that killed her, and not. She was jumping
All
around,
right,
bro.
y'all.
Nigga
So
here.
yeah.
So this has
I
been
watched
another
State
episode
Property
of
yesterday.
Your 7 podcast. 'Cause what is happening?
I mean, are we gonna sit here and act like she wasn't getting?
We talking about Aaliyah?
Yeah.
She was.
Jesus Christ.
I'm just saying. But where we at? God
Yeah.
damn, man! Noise, you gotta tell. Shit, 'cause we was.
Oh, you good?
Oh man, shit scared the shit out of me, man. Thought I saw, the ghost of the Holy Moly Donut shop up in here, man.
You think they gonna come back?
Hell no.
Like the return of Christ?
I told you they was scammers. Y'all thought I was bullshit. I was lying. That shit really
restaurant
happened. Like I had nothing to do with it.
Restaurant a Ponzi scheme, huh?
They was scared. I know the one lady was a scammer. I seen it. I watched it on Facebook. I followed it. The lady was a scammer.
Next door?
Yes, stealing people tax returns.
What?
Like the video, it was video and everything. Y'all thought I was bullshit. Y'all think I just be saying shit just to be saying? Y'all think I just be saying this shit just to say it? Like, nigga, no, that really
I
happened.
know you did say one of them went. Was it you that went in there and said I noticed her from going viral?
Yeah, when she was stealing
Yeah.
the people
He
taxes.
said that when we first started.
The first time I went in there, I was like, oh, that's the lady that was stealing people taxes. No, I was not. I might tell a joke, but I don't tell no lies, brother. I don't tell no lies, man.
That's crazy.
That happened.
Uh-huh.
Shout out to
You don't get a
shout out.
summons?
Again, man. Happy birthday to bro, man.
Thank you.
Happy
thank
birthday.
Happy birthday.
Tomorrow. We gotta get up out of here, but I want to say, man, you know what? For the first time ever, it was said to me, right?
Mhm.
First of all, I didn't know the vibes that me and wifey gave off was. I didn't know that.
What do you mean?
What?
Remember last night? It's like the vibes we was giving off is like we kind of.
Oh, that we actually.
She was
like
breaking
each
down all
other?
the couples in the. It was a young lady that we was with. There was a young lady that we was with in the lounge, right? And I was talking to her, and it was like I was super, super interested. I was like pie mode. And she was telling us the energy that couples get off. She was like, you and wifey, y'all cool, like y'all open, y'all play around. They don't fuck with each other. They into it right now. They be fucking, but they're a little too rough. They don't fuck with each other. I was like, who's doing this? But then check this out though. It was the first time ever, and I respected it. Because it was the first time this ever happened to me. Lady say, I ain't even gonna lie to you. I don't want to fuck you, but I'll fuck your wife.
What?
I was like,
Who is this lady? What is
that's
going on?
solid. She was like, I
Was she wearing glasses?
black dress. She's like, she's like, you can watch. You can even join, but I don't want to fuck you. I'll fuck your wife though. I was like, that's solid.
I don't even remember nobody in the way.
She thinking I'm taking it a different way or something. I'm like mad interested. I'm like,
Jesus Christ.
this
What
shit is solid.
going
I ain't gonna lie
on?
to you, but that was cool, man. We'll talk about it more next week, man. This one was
I know who that was too.
this one was
I only see one person in a black dress.
Yeah.
He said a white dress.
black.
Yeah.
Oh, black.
I only see one
Yeah.
person in a black dress.
Yeah, you did.
I ain't mad at it.
So where can
My,
they
my
find you?
story
bro?
will be off before they hear this. So they can't even look at pictures if put two and two together.
So where can they find you, at, bro?
I am S to the O, Instagram and Twitter.
Shayna_Candy everywhere.
Uh,
Young Al Bundy, YUNG_Al_Bundy.
just call me Spence on Twitter. Views from the 7 everywhere. View 7 Network on YouTube.
Damn,
Man, we
ain't
up out of
even
here.
tight
Peace.
either.
Peace.